कृपया ध्यान दीजिए, the language used on the podcast may not be fit for consumption. We warn you, tread carefully. But listen, yaar, don't be so conservative. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Obviously because of the lack of quality on the show, but more importantly because I put the AC vent correctly on the chair that Ayushi is sitting on, and now she's getting the benefit of the AC, and me, the man who sweats all the time, I'm suffering here. I feel like more like a Rashtra Patni. I mean, whatever, I don't mean to make silly jokes, show disrespect to the office. On my right, Ayushi, as you blow your nose, so we hopefully don't see you. But, you're a glamorous woman, so even that's okay compared to how ugly we are.
Normalize it.
Yeah, no, let's face it.
Normalize
What would you rather see? A pretty woman blowing a nose than you or me just sitting? I'd go with the woman.
I think it's
is
a
it wrong
tie.
to say?
I think it's a tie.
You really think it's a tie?
it's a tie.
Have you seen how ugly Indian men are? What are you saying? What is wrong with them?
You're right. Normalize illness,
Yes.
sickness that is not COVID.
Yes.
I don't
Actually,
mind-
we don't have any respect for illness that's not COVID or monkeypox, I'll be honest.
No, but one second. Coming back to blowing the nose, if I can just get into it for a second, there are some people who do it with a lot of dignity and a certain svelte sexuality also, if I may say so. And there are some who are very
No, what is
to use the word dehati in a very wrong way. There's making all those sounds like the guys in my office in CNBC
Right.
when they blow their nose at the basin and you're starting to wash your hands. It's a
that's the
full,
worst.
it's
That's
an
the
alap.
actual
A full alap happens. You're just, what the hell are you doing?
Everyone who's listening on audio just suddenly thought that their system went on the fritz. You know that, right? Like they
I like the way you say everyone, like it's millions of people. I
Do you
always
know-
feel so happy when I hear that.
1 second after your last week's this 1,000 episode, which I watched. I think that's the first show I've
1004th,
watched.
huh? Ayushi? Let's be petty.
Which everyone got wrong. But Cyrus, like you have legions of fans. Like people have written. They've written such
You do.
heartwarming.
We are all
like,
surprised.
I'm
We're like,
stunned, Shreyas, that you and two writers could put together so many different people. You're like the Shakespeare of our times, just the
I have to
plethora
send
of
my
work.
invoice for that. That's a lot of writing.
Yeah, by the way, I just wanted to know, did we get paid for that appearance?
We
Because
will.
Stop
I didn't.
acting like you actually even know what you get paid or care. It's not
I
fair.
do.
Some people are living off this. You may not know it,
Nobody
but
is living off of this. No, you can't.
Kajal told me she didn't eat any non-veg last week.
Because
they
she
didn't pay
wasn't
her
on the
time.
show.
No, they didn't pay her on time. Please, Rishi, look into this. Sparsh, look into this.
Also, does Sparsh not have a chair today? He's
No,
just standing.
No,
But
that's
you know
because-
what? I like that it adds urgency. Like he's on
I'm
his
getting
feet.
nervous.
You can.
I'm very nervous.
For those who
right
can't
now.
understand, Sparsh, our producer, is standing away from Ayushi, and the reason is because he's a Delhi boy and he's been told to stay away from women because there's all this wrong
No,
prejudices.
he's been putting all these sultry guitar singing videos
Sultry
online.
guitar
No, he's like luring the women.
Oh,
in.
guys, yeah, the professional has come. We'll leave Sparsh aside as the great professional has come. It's almost like a sighting of the humpback whale.
Is it
After
7?
many years in the sea, we finally see it. And of course, Ayushi has to be moved out of position for the Indian male. Unbelievable.
I know my place. It's
Chauvinistic,
okay.
really misogynistic, unbelievable, and bald.
Abbas, I have a quick question for you. Let's get to.
First,
the-
let him wake up. Look at him. He's in the state of
I
I
shock.
don't have my headphones on.
But are you upset right now?
He
You
looks
you
upset.
seem
He
upset.
seems.
Fucking upset all the time.
Yeah, he seems like the male period is not a joke anymore, guys. It's about time
What's
we
the
confront
question?
it.
The question is, what's
Why
your
were you
take on-
born is the question, and then if you could
That's
take
up
us
to my
through it.
That's on
Yeah.
my parents, not on me.
Oh, we're not calling them because you're late. Imagine what the rest of the family is going to be like.
You're
I'm not
answering
gonna
as
call
if you
anyone.
have actually questioned them about it. You're like, yeah, I
I
have
like the
gone
way he's
down
not even
this.
giving us an offer
I think
of
those were my
explanation.
first words.
Like
why?
why?
Yes, there's no explanation
I
about
here?
coming late. That doesn't
There's
even come back in.
He's talking about being born and
he's,
everything.
yeah, he's moved on to some disdainful rhetoric.
I
What
mean,
the hell?
Usually, common parlance is an apology or like a
Yes.
slight
A
tilt
mention.
of the head that like acknowledge
Correct,
the
a
fact.
half
right?
apology. I'm not saying I'm sorry, that kind of thing, but just like, guys,
Even if that mumble of like,
Yeah.
You know, you walk past,
Something
you're
about
like, it's fine.
my hair got
Forget a
stuck in the
mumble,
shower.
At least in the eyes, at
Yeah.
least like a non-verbal apology.
And
but-
you'd think in the 1.5 hour drive coming here to the studio, he'd think of the excuse. A good one.
Excuse?
The lie that you want to make up for coming
You
late.
could,
I mean,
or
everyone-
you could be honest and just be like, it's a general lack of interest in this.
That might be it.
There we go. We
That's
got
My
it.
God, his voice matches the thought.
It does.
Doesn't
It
it? I'm so excited.
Which is going to make my job so
Oh,
much
right,
easier
you're the host.
to co-host is when you have just the top line talent
that's
over
true.
here.
The bar is set
Kareem.
at a very high level, and now the pressure's on Ayushi to fall asleep in the
Is
first
this
10
why
minutes.
he's not? Is this why you're not co-hosting?
No,
Because
he's
you're
not
in
a
the space?
co-host anymore because he can't come here by 10. And it's a little embarrassing. It's like having a plane without a pilot because, then we can't even start. Everybody's in, but the pilot's missing. It's happened 10 times out of 10.
But I want to
But
speak on.
you're the pilot.
I'm not the pilot.
We're like the first
I'm like
officer.
the glamour air hostess who everybody wants to see.
No, I don't think you could make it through an aisle. Like
you are the
your
hijacker.
width,
You are the
width,
hijacker.
your width would
Kind
not
of
make
vulgar.
it through the
Is
aisle.
that vulgar? I thought it
Why
was
is the
vulgar.
background yellow today?
But hello, speaking of that, I was in Indigo going to Bangalore,
Huh.
strange time, and that flight is so small. They have 9 seats or 12 seats put together, and the space for walking in their aisle is like for, I don't know.
Do you turn sideways
No,
to like
I-
crab walk through the aisle?
I was on the aisle because I like to pee, so I have to take the aisle seat anyway.
Right.
So the shoulder gets hit by everyone, and my knee I had to stick it out.
But that's less the airline problem and more your shoulder width problem.
No, the problem is she
Cyrus.
smashed the tray straight into my knee.
She didn't like you.
No, she was very sweet about it, but then she brought relish spray and charged me $40.
Oh,
It's Indigo.
Yeah, like, shit, $40.
It's 40 bucks, but
for
that's
one
if
spray?
For one
Did you get
spray.
to take it home?
you get a
No,
discount.
are you mad?
If
You
you
know-
spray it for yourself, you get 5 rupees off.
But I'll tell you one thing. If you can bear it, relish spray is better than deodorant. But don't hit the armpit properly. Just a little lower.
What do you mean
because
bear
burns.
it?
Like the perfume, the smell is
Keeps
better.
it keeps you fresh for hours, much better than any deo. But you can't keep it right in because
But
it'll burn you.
I thought relish spray like makes that area either like more warm.
Warm,
or, yeah, so
warm,
then why
more
would you
warm,
want your
yeah.
pits to get
Nice
more
phrase.
warm?
More warm. That's like cathedral wasted.
Wow. I was
What happened?
wondering-
Banded us this to
I
you.
was wondering, I was like, that sentence sounds wrong.
it
Like there's
did.
something I said
It
that's
did.
not right.
And the moment that Abbas and Shreyas didn't pick it up, you know.
That's how you know it's really bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, you bitchy woman, you.
Witchy. We
Witchy,
said I
witchy.
was okay with
The guy's
witchy.
not saying anything. What is he doing here?
3 things: like the stream and subscribe to the channel. And if
My
you're listening to
God.
this on the audio platform, do leave us
He
a
should be
review.
a 1-800 operator. You call up with your, my mother is dying. She's on a roof. There's
But
fire
have you
everywhere.
liked the stream?
Like
So,
the stream.
what's on the agenda today?
Yeah, let's talk to our captain, the one and only Ayushi. Who's
Shreyas, do you need something?
Well,
Yeah, my
Actually-
battery is running low.
oh,
So
ouch, sexual again.
I mean, my laptop's battery.
Is
Oh,
this your
God.
own laptop?
This is the
No, it's
least
not.
professional show ever, I think, in terms of Monday morning unpreparedness. And what's happening in the background, which y'all can't see,
Don't
is
worry,
fingers
I
being
fixed
pointed
it.
at legs and arms to find batteries, plugs, and
Good
switches.
co-hosting, by the way.
I
That was
did.
very-
What do you mean by co-hosting?
No, she plugged my charger.
What?
My laptop.
Behave yourself. That's a grown woman you're talking about. We'll get complaints here on the stream at the moment.
But you wanted to talk about, since you want the agenda but
Yeah.
so efficiently, because that's the tight ship that you guys run here.
Correct.
Before that, I have one thing I want to just talk about because it's a warning to all you guys. I know all of you suffer from the same thing. When you're eating your eggs with Tabasco, do not put Tabasco on your finger anywhere next to your eye or cheek.
Oh, we know
It
this.
burns a lot and it's happening to me every day. So I just want to warn people out there. It's one of the epidemics nobody talks about, and someone should put their hand up and say, guys, don't worry, we understand what you're going through. Tabasco is
Why
dangerous.
cheek? I understand.
You don't understand?
I understand. Why cheek?
He's
No,
saying
cheek burns.
I,
It burns. The
Captain.
cheek
He
area
understands.
burns. I'll get Tabasco next time and we'll do it as an experiment.
Hold. I should try to crack a joke.
Oh, I
Please-
should
please,
crack a joke?
Oh, I
Ayushi,
did.
bears
It was-
repeating.
I should please. A joke on this show needs to be told 3 times.
Because
Yeah.
he said I,
You need to
like
set up
why
again.
I,
Oh.
and so I said I. He's just agreeing.
Oh,
with
aye,
you.
the shippy,
No,
the
come
shippy.
on. The whole thing.
parlance and-
Captain.
Yeah.
The way you deliver it, it just kills it.
This is a
Fabulous.
sinking ship, frankly.
I think every time he goes on stage, there's another guy saying punch coming or something. How do we?
Shreyas, you've seen me on stage. Can you tell Cyrus how bad I kill?
He's actually quite funny.
I'm sure he
He's
is.
quite funny.
It's that monotone, like of.
It sets him
Again, with
apart.
the monotone, I have variations
we
in
can-
my voice.
No, 1 second.
Give
we
me
can-
an emotion, I'll emote it.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
I
You don't
feel
want
I
it.
don't
Okay,
I don't
you
know
know
if there
what,
are
fine.
variations in the jokes, but the voice really modulates.
What
The
is
voice
what?
goes.
Cancel the whole news. Who cares about today's hot topic?
I,
Abbas, sad.
No, 1 second. I like the
Man,
fact that he's got a
today's been
distinct
tough.
voice. Yeah.
Happy.
Give us one of your.
Today's been kind of tough, but I feel good about it.
Yeah, that's great. That's amazing. It's
You're
almost like.
adding words to it.
It's like me-
you're
that's not the same.
describing
It's
it
like
through
me and
words.
Shreyas whispering, but he reached that level. That's not bad.
Who's whispering?
Don't worry.
But
Nobody
By the way,
does.
I think Abbas was late. I want to bat for Abbas here. I think
Please.
Abbas was late. It's not his
It's not
fault
his
at all.
fault.
Okay,
It's
It
not
is
his
ours.
fault.
Okay.
It
People
was
are
the
confused.
shortest
Day,
day.
It's not
exactly.
our bus was late. Abbas.
Abbas.
was late.
But he has a
People are wondering what you're
reason.
saying because now it sounds like it's something completely different.
But he has a reason.
What's his reason?
Well, because the days are legitimately and literally getting shorter. So he's actually running out
So
of time.
I am on time. The days are getting shorter.
Right, they're killing
Exactly.
your time.
Yeah.
God
Yeah.
is killing your time.
No, it was
Kind
the
of.
shortest day recorded ever on
Right.
July 29th. And
Correct.
it was short by like 1 point something
Minutes.
seconds.
Seconds.
Seconds. 1
And that
milliseconds.
throws my entire
Milliseconds.
schedule off.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
With
I think
that excuse, I think you can get away with anything. That's
Yeah.
fair enough.
Yeah.
No, because Abbas's timing is so to
Precise.
the point
Precise.
that
He's
even
Absolutely. Ask my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Slight
he
fluctuation.
I mean, there the timing was
Okay.
bad, but overall, it's,
No, one sec.
you know,
If anybody's
what
going
I'm talking
for he comes on time joke, I'm saying right now it's cancelled. It's cancelled. I don't want to hear that. All right? I cannot hear that. Abbas is a Swiss watch. Let's just
There's
accept
one
it.
person in this room who's more disinterested than me, and that is Sparsh.
No, Sparsh is not disinterested.
He's playing a guitar on his laptop.
He's
for
not
some reason.
But
I don't know.
he's not. He doesn't
He's
have
not
a
playing-
mic. He doesn't have a camera in
Guys,
front of him.
he doesn't
He's
even
not
have a
fine.
chair.
Can you stop that? That's insensitive. He's not playing a guitar. He's got Parkinson's. Stop that nonsense.
Really? But
Yeah.
he's 22.
It's okay.
Early
It hit you
onset,
early.
it happens.
okay.
Hand
Juvenile
moving like that is a
versions
clear
of
sign.
diseases
Okay, tell me
are
one thing.
there.
When you are blowing your nose, is there a way? Is there a way that you
that
can?
went in a completely
But
different
I-
No,
Is-
because
is-
if
you
you would
were
have been
late.
here,
Yeah,
you
you
would have
were.
known.
Yeah.
Sorry. yes.
You are saying there is a
He was
finesse.
probably blowing his nose and hence he ran late.
There is a dignity with which you can sneeze your nose.
Actually,
Right?
Ayushi was blowing her nose. Just to point out, it wasn't terrible.
Can we play a replay of?
We don't. I don't
And
have- she
now
ducked
you'll
and
cut a
did it.
clip of.
No.
No,
But she
Shreyas is
didn't-
right. There's
She didn't
only...
do it in a bad way. But there are guys, like I mentioned in the office that I go to and all that, when they go in front of the basin, they perform like performers. They give it the whole hog, man. It's like
Exactly.
Bhimsen Joshi knocking it back.
But is that natural or is that cultivated? Like you think that can be learned?
I don't know. I get scared.
No, I think men definitely see it in the older, disgusting men in their homes, and then
Right.
they just realize that no, all
Yeah,
my
maybe.
bodily fluids and functions are
Loud.
they need to be out there. Everyone needs to know.
I
But
disagree.
why do
This
they
is
always start with that
Oh my
pre-sound thing? You know, it's a trumpet. Yeah, that.
It's a warning.
This
It's a
is
bigger
an
warning.
audio show. This is an audio
It's an
show.
audio
Yeah, and we are making audio noises.
That's. I don't think not one of these
We
sounds
are
is
looking at the
attractive.
social fabric of India like nobody else has ever done.
Someone
Everyone-
listening
We're
to
trying to
this
dig
on a
into the
bus
reasons
just
why.
took off their headphones and looked around like, who
Like
the
somebody is spitting.
Yeah.
I hope that at this exact point someone did that. You know, you're actually listening and going, oh, oops, sorry, that was me. It was like that.
And you can't tell whether it's your.
Have you ever heard that? I mean, it's mostly in the male dressing room kind of thingy or toilets and all that.
Well, because
Have
I'm not in the male dressing
you-
room,
so,
it's hard for me.
So
to
where,
hear
have
that.
you heard it, but?
I do stand outside listening
Of course you do.
because
At IVM, what else can we do?
Yeah.
But is better than
Oh, that all comes together. The car is the next step up.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Rishi
Okay.
did it in the morning and he wasn't even in the toilet.
But that clearing of the throat in the morning, that thing when you wake up and you make it, I think that's totally fine. That's natural. Everyone's just kind of
I mean,
clapped.
is it,
How do you clear your
It's
throat?
I mean, like,
That's not.
oh
That's
wow,
nothing.
that's not okay.
I mean, what
I
are you
don't think
saying?
That's okay.
That's like Abbas's set.
That's me.
That's-
Yeah, that's me before coming on the
Yeah.
show.
What the hell are you talking about? That's nothing. You got to hear trumpets. You should hear Kunal. Oh my God. Kunal is like an educated, sort of sophisticated guy.
He's up there.
Oh, the sounds. It's like, oh, I can't. I mean, I don't even know where to start. It's like
Are you
the
surprised by the
Martina
sounds?
Hingis
No, but
at
actually
90
I'm
playing
not.
tennis or something. You know, it's like,
But he's not wrong. When you see Kunal, you can imagine that some odd sounds could come out of that.
really.
That
Out of that.
You know,
That
like
is
a
a
bull
very
being
interesting-
castrated sort of thing. A bull is not sacred, right? There's a distinct difference, right, in this country. Just to be sure.
yes.
Just checking.
I think so.
Abbas, check with the Hindus and tell me fast. Shreyas,
What are we
Ayushi,
checking?
What's going on?
As
What's up,
a
knowledge here?
resident Hindu, I rule. You can make fun of it.
Thank you, my lord.
Himisha is saying, what an enlightening show. What would we do without you?
Okay, fine. I'll give you news. I can do this. Wait, so
You think she's dissing Ayushi as the only girl on the show?
I don't know.
why? No,
I think
that's not
Abbas
right.
clearly wanted to underline it for the same fact. He's fighting. By the way, he's not here as a guest.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
here to
a
fight for your
no,
job.
no,
I'm
I'm
just
a
saying.
guest.
I hope you know
I
that.
felt Abbas came with a little bit of attitude, a
Yeah.
positive
Yeah,
attitude. Like he's
positive
got an
attitude,
axe to
yes.
grind with some political or social issue, which will come out slowly in the course of the show. That's what I felt.
But it's not like that's not on us. Someone else runs the schedule, and that's Sparsh.
But was
so-
it positive because it was two negatives? That's why.
Oh, that's a very good thought process. I like the way you think.
Thank you.
For someone who woke up 15 minutes ago, you're spot on.
I've been preparing
now
for this
Clear
since
your
6
throat,
a.m.
young man.
Okay, now let's actually get to some
Wait,
topics.
let's talk about
Himisha's
Sparsh for a minute. We haven't mentioned him
We
properly.
talk about him so much. You should have him on the show as
A
an
22-year-old with
guest.
Parkinson's, you think he's playing the guitar, but actually
Spurs
just
in the
moving his
last
hand.
week when the whole circle, he pulled off an excellent show with the 1,000th episode.
Yeah, it was really good.
Got a lot of applause and everything.
Yeah.
And then he fucked up with the scheduling over the weekend just to bring
Wow.
balance to the universe.
Superb. Delhi! Delhi! Punching Park, no? Some fancy part of Delhi. Where are you
Scheduling
from?
was all off, right? We had to ask for it this week. And,
Was it? It was fine for me. I
That's
have
because
no.
we got our slot on Monday morning.
Oh, that's true. That's
we were told
true. Yeah.
you're on Monday.
We have no complaints.
What are
we
you
give him
talking
5.
about? If we don't understand, nobody else will understand. You might as well do
Cyrus,
this
you
in
know,
French.
honestly, you don't know like the
You know
the
Shakira's
world
situation.
behind.
The
Yeah,
but
situation
it's going to be 20
exactly.
years
or
and this is
something,
what you want to
yeah.
talk about?
But one second, you don't know the behind the scenes of the show. Now,
Oh, there
you
is
just have to-
intrigue.
There is, first of all, all. There is like
Fights, cat
politics.
fights,
There is
punches.
क्या हो रहा है?
Scandal.
Who's fighting?
scandal.
Bribery.
There's affairs, bribery.
Bribery.
Yes.
Oh my
How-
god.
But bribery involves
Sexual favors.
It's a
that I can
cabal.
understand.
IBM is running a cabal.
Once again,
behind
Ayushi,
this.
sexual favors is mostly men. I need to
Yeah.
understand
Yeah,
this.
they
Mostly
ask
me
on
and
the
Naveen.
chat.
Yeah, I can understand.
No, they just ask on the chat every day.
I got an offer from Abbas. He did
They
text
ask
me.
who's available. Gender not important. Yeah.
Yeah, that way is very free loving.
I
But you
can
know,
see.
you're right. Shakira might go to prison for.
But of all the
tax
singers I
evasion
want to
in
put away
Spain.
in jail, I don't think she's top of the list. I've got many I would like to see.
And
gone.
is it true that this was in concert with Sanjay Raut also going to jail for tax evasion?
Same thing.
Yeah.
No, because the Spanish court has never heard of him. Yeah, but
No, they have.
you're right.
He is that fucking loud. Like you can hear
yeah.
him in Spain.
No,
He
the
is
difference
upset.
there is Sanjay Raut might know a few cops. Shakira, I don't think does.
I'm sure she does.
Also, Sanjay
Shakira?
Raut clearing his throat would be a music to many years. And Shakira may have something to deal with then.
You think Sanjay Raut was at the concert when Shakira came to perform in Mumbai?
I'm sure.
I think he was there.
I'm sure he knows all the lines of every lyric ever written.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I know Jagjit Singh was at the Shakira
I know he was a
concert.
Spice
Wait,
Girls
really?
fan.
Yes.
I was at the Shakira.
She was also
Wow.
there.
But Jagjit Singh is an
Jagjit
evolved
and Ayushi.
musician. He may like different genres. of
Sure,
music.
I'm not-
Really?
Aforementioned
The paparazzi
gentleman,
were having
not
a
known to be
field
a
day.
sophisticated member of the arts, as far as I know.
Oh, I mean,
Shakira?
I mean, we'll be surprised if
Yeah.
Subin Mehta pictures behind
He's the
him.
editor of a
yeah,
newspaper.
a self-written, self-funded.
Still a newspaper.
I like how Abbas is thinking. I can attack these guys while those guys are far. But I want to, so we got to switch, going with the breeze here.
Honestly, your loyalty is it's
By the way, Uddhav Thackeray has
Changed,
now
topic
published
changed.
some
Well
pro-RA ads which I've seen on some
he just
bus
likes the
stops.
lassi. So do I.
But now what? He's
But
just an
who is
influencer
listening
now, right?
I
Like,
know.
he doesn't have
And
any
he's
power.
using his influence.
Okay, it's one thing for the minorities to go hammer it down. If the Maharashtrians are doing it, we're really in trouble, bro. Calm down.
but there was like some outro and uproar also. Like this was not
Rakhi
on the-
Sawant went to protest.
No, not
I
RA.
think. Oh, not RA.
I don't know why people
Rakhi Sawant went to RA thinking there was a job.
It's like cutting down trees, keeping the trees, cutting
Right.
down. Make up your mind. One of them.
So you are.
No, but
I feel you are
But
against.
may I just
Are you
say,
against?
if you see
Don't
the
give a
picture
fuck.
of those 20 protesters who were picked up and put in quickly by the police, it's amazing how quickly they work with people who don't want to fight back.
Exactly.
No, how quickly the police
Yeah.
come and attack people who are completely pacifist. Yeah, and obviously can't hurt or will hurt anyone.
And what are you protecting?
No, but-
trees. And that is what you've gone after.
But have you seen them in
like-
riots? How long they take to react? When there's
Wait, are
real
you saying
riots
trees
happening?
aren't worth protecting?
No, I'm saying that's the
It's a
the
number thing
kindest
for
thing
her.
that you could be protecting or
Abbas,
fighting for.
she's
Why
okay with
are you going
twos.
after them?
Huh?
Twos are fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, take your time.
No, I got
We've all
it.
got our own set.
No, I think we should.
It's okay. I feel good about all the jokes that I've bombed in the past. Of
No, don't
my
worry
own.
about it. I did 2 shows back to back. One in Bangalore, one in Andrews. I should know.
But I think we have also seen in the anti-CA protests, also JNU, that cops go inside, cops beat up protesters.
Yeah.
Like that is just something.
Again,
Yeah.
hopefully they beat up pacifist people who are not wanting to fight back and
no.
are protesting peacefully the right of a democratic citizen of the country.
Hopefully, you're saying.
No,
Hopefully.
it's not hopefully.
Yeah.
We know we've lost the hope. It's gone now.
Right.
It's just they decide which ones are going to be nice to and which ones are not going to be nice to.
I'm
who they're going to
telling
go
you.
I feel
after or
it's
not.
quite
Start a
decided wherever
riot,
politically
misbehave.
the battle
exactly.
aligns.
Be aggressive, misbehave, and everybody's a little ginger around you. But if you're a nice, sweet person protesting something which is probably a sense of righteousness involved, actually, in social justification involved, or whatever, let's go catch these guys and beat them up and put them in the lab.
put them in jail also.
Because this
Within
one
5
makes
minutes.
them look the worst, right? Like a bunch of people hugging trees and then those trees being cut down.
Yep.
That's a horrible picture.
Okay, wait, but now let's look at it
They
this
want
way.
to clear that as soon as they
Okay,
can.
let's look at this way. What about the poor police? Let me take their side for once instead of bashing them. So they get an order on Monday when Uddhav is in power that nobody touch the tree.
Yeah,
On
but they're
Tuesday,
also very confused.
Yeah, when
They're
Eknath
very
is in power,
confused.
cal the tree, and they're all off to cal the tree.
Yeah.
Right?
But
So,
it's
I mean,
you know what? In their defense, they haven't been sure who to protect. Every week it keeps changing. They're like Hindus or Muslims. Oh fuck, so confused.
They're supposed to protect everyone, regardless of the religion.
That's a tall order.
They're not even
And it's a massive
protecting all the Hindus.
expectation.
Don't worry about
Wait,
it.
has it
It's
ever
a
been
tall
that
order.
they have protected Muslims more than Hindus? I don't think that has ever
No,
happened.
that's not happened.
Where you
But you know
taking
what?
this
It is hypothetical.
We should take it up.
Have you not
I'm just
understood?
setting the
real
record straight.
political issue is only in the history of our country has allowed this in the history of politics rather that we have a party which breaks into 2 parties and has the same name. So you're completely confused. Shiv Sena versus Shiv Sena, but they're both Shiv Sena.
But
There's
you
no Shiv
know,
Sena A or B or anything.
to be
I'm still
honest,
struggling with that. He
Cyrus,
calls
but
up
this is
MLAs. Eknath calls up
yeah.
MLAs. What does he tell them?
No, but this is a valid question. I'm asking
join
as
my
a
party.
civilian.
And
Who
he says,
is
"Sahib,
the Shiv Sena now? Which one?
Shiv Sena Madhi Aaye. Right?
बरोबर, बिल्कुल
Correct,
बरोबर.
na?
But which one?
That's it. They can't answer. Everyone's
That's a-
confused.
that's a
Every
good-
time he calls and says you have to join.
And are you the 2.0 or are you actually
There's
the
no
original
2.0.
faction?
Ayushi,
And is Uddhav 2.0?
they are fighting over the arrow, the bow and arrow symbol. They're fighting over the name. They refuse to go into this whole because Congress has left a very bad thing in the mouth about it. Every time they change the name, they would faction and decimate and all
Yeah.
that. So these guys don't want to do that. But actually, the writing on the wall seems to be very clear. They're destroying the party by doing this completely because they basically are two ships.
Oh, this is now becoming a circus.
You weaken the party already.
Completely.
And
Where's the respect for this
What is
now?
that? What is the divide and conquer thing that
British.
England? Yeah, the British had.
Divide and conquer.
So who's the British here? Do the maths.
Amit? No.
He's American. He's American.
I like how she didn't take the last name. It
Right?
can be Doshi.
She got scared. Yeah. So who's the
Wait,
British
wait.
here?
I have a. I mean, the circumstances. I guess I don't know.
The ruling government, the ruling
Yeah.
party. The ruling party has actually decimated the party slowly, and it's just going to disappear because they're just going to get into factions. What's going to happen now?
Once again, brave and fearless Prime Minister has accomplished
Yes, he
his
has.
goal.
Yeah, you can call it Machiavellian or whatever, but the writings on the wall. Let me talk to a
He has
political expert,
asked,
Shreyas
he's
Manohar.
actually asked us to do something else now, right? Like on from August 13th
I'm still
to August
clapping.
15th.
Huh.
No, you keep clapping.
Clapping.
August 13, August 15, everyone has to change their WhatsApp images to the Tiranga because this is Azadi Ki, that Mahotsav or whatever. It's the
WhatsApp
75th.
DP.
No, yeah. Basically,
I've
everywhere
got
you
Falguni
can.
Pathak because Navratri is around the corner. Is
I
that
thought
okay?
that was you.
Okay. Yeah, I've been benching a lot.
I
bro.
went to congratulate you last week. I was like, oh, he looks happy.
Cheers, yeah.
But she
Okay.
has a really
So is
good
this true?
mask vibe to her, so it's not
Hey,
even
don't make
such-
me.
Yeah,
She's
fuck
a sweet
Shakira.
girl.
Falguni is the real deal. I say fuck
She is.
Shakira.
Yeah,
Falguni is the real
Hey,
deal.
listen, cash payments and musicians
I
have been
know.
going on for years
Yeah.
between you and me. Not just.
But she's okay.
In
Now
the
there's
Shakira's-
so many topics
Shakira's-
going on here.
I know.
Profile picture is what we need to come.
But no, I'm saying
Yeah.
profile.
As an Agniveer, that's
Can I
what-
change it to
As an
Falguni
Agniveer.
Are
Pathak?
you in charge or is Ayushi in charge?
No,
She
I
is in
like.
charge.
No, I
Okay.
like. I like the.
So he's doing a
assistants.
Fadnavis. He's saying, Eknath, you're in charge, but we all know who's in charge. Wink, wink. Right, got it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Even that we don't
By the way,
know
Eknath
who's
has
in
not
charge.
moved into Varsha yet. He's still hassling us in the lane. Okay, there are 10,000 cops and 10,000 chamchas. The chamchas all look
Because
the same.
moving, he doesn't know if he has to move in. He might have moved out
Correct.
the next
He doesn't
day.
want to, I think
Yeah.
he's superstitious from what I gather also. That they
Again?
want to, until the Supreme Court ruling, which doesn't seem to ever come, clearly states that he is the chief minister and that no hocus pocus
What I
has
love
happened.
about this whole thing is that nobody gives a fuck about the taxpayers or the people who voted. It's literally about them trying to figure out where they can
So
stay.
we gave them civil disobedience with Gandhi, and now we've given civic disobedience, where they just basically don't.
They are just
give a damn.
disobedient.
Yeah.
No, nobody.
No.
We've had what? So many. We have coups. This is 2022.
Yeah, this is
and we
you're
had
right.
a
That's
coup.
good thinking
We
actually.
had a
Yeah, this is
coup.
the evolved coup sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine Uddhav was fast asleep. He wakes up in the morning and says, "Sir, you're not chief minister." Why?
And you're not even the Shiv Sena
Yeah,
anymore.
no, you are the Shiv Sena, but we are Shiv Sena. It's always they're all Shiv Sena. Are you Shiv Sena?
I can't say.
One day, Parsi Sena will have more people than Shiv Sena because you have so
That
many
is-
factions.
yeah,
you
now
dare
you're
say that.
It can happen,
delusional.
Manoj.
Don't you
be
dare say
careful,
that.
Beta. You be careful.
If you align yourself with another community, maybe you'll get the numbers. But alone, how you'll get?
Us. I thought them. Okay.
No. Parsis. How
Okay,
you say
good.
Parsis will be
Yeah,
bigger than Maharashtra?
I'll tell you, Shreyas is the first guy who will vote for the Parsi Sena guy over the Shiv Sena guy right now.
100%.
100%.
You agreed on it. They knew you.
They've lost the Maharashtrian card. Now what can I do? It's not my fault. He's had enough.
Well, what did the governor or something say recently?
Oh,
it
that was
good
glorious.
shot? It was
Koshiyari.
amazing.
Let's talk about that. So he
Yeah.
said that the economy in Maharashtra will collapse if you take out the Gujaratis and the Marwadis.
Marwadis, yeah,
So me and the Vijayakar had a big argument over this. See, I don't think he's completely wrong, okay? And I don't understand. This is like saying Imran Khan is a great bowler. He's a great bowler.
Yeah.
Why should I deny that? You know,
Right.
just because you
Two
don't
things,
like Pakistan.
two things can be
They
true
can
at the
be
same
true, yeah.
time. Yeah.
So I would think that if you look at the actual fabric today, Parsis built this city, let's be honest. But today, the Marwadi and the Gujarati businessman is the pulse of the business community of Mumbai. Wow,
And
it's not a
I
lie.
think he was saying this specifically in context of this being like the financial capital
Yeah.
and the city's like main hub of
Yeah, he could have used
business
kinder
and
words.
industry.
Yeah, he could have used more
No,
positive.
Cyrus, but you have to
Obviously.
read between the lines. If he's saying if you throw out the Gujaratis and Marwadis, Maharashtra will be poorer, that is an unsaid way of saying that if the Maharashtrians go, it's okay. That is what you
Wow.
perceive.
You're
from
a
it.
spin doctor. You're wasting
No,
time on stage.
exactly.
You can start riots yourself.
That's why the
you give
idea
a podcast,
of-
people will kill each other within minutes. Abbas, don't come back here. I mean, that's spin.
I mean, see,
That is spin. That's spin.
Wow.
It's just
Wow.
I agree that the
Oh my God.
Gujarati and Marwadi people have contributed a lot to the state.
But
But who is letting them stay here in Maharashtra?
exactly.
Marathi people.
Banchot. वापस शिवसेना में आ गया. Card carrying member. 5 minutes back he joined Parsi Sena and he threw that away. Shreyas Manohar, I tell
We
you.
live in the at the pleasure of Shreyas and his
Wow.
kin.
What can I say?
Ayushi, I'm wondering what we call these two. Honestly.
No, we can't. We shouldn't.
So I'm just saying, why is it always something that we're so fragile about? If you say that X is good, why does it have to be something
because
that destroys you as a person?
because everyone else wants to believe that because you said X is good, that surely means you meant Y is completely bad.
No, I'll give you some data. If you look at the percentile of businessmen who have crossed so much money and contribute so much to the exchequer from this community and that community, the percentage will be much higher than any other community. That's a fact. Maybe Parsis.
But that's
maybe
like
Actually,
saying, you
that's
know,
a problem. The fact that these people
That's
are
enough.
earning
That's
more
point
than
two.
people who live
That's
in the
point-
state.
But what is the spirit of enterprise?
I think there needs to be a cap on people who are not Marathi, who are living in Maharashtra, who are doing jobs.
This is like a new
I've heard
version of
that before.
communism.
Huh?
You're a
I
missionary.
like
Yes.
the brand of communism. Like you have to cap it all at one level, and then
For
everyone
non-Marathi
is equal.
people.
For
For
non-Marathi
yeah.
people. Okay.
what would that cap be?
Yeah. What is X marks the spot?
Something that's fair.
What is fair?
Something
lovely.
something that's
No, no,
50%
now-
of the average of what Marathi people earn. You know. So
Okay.
What is this Marathi people earn average? There's no such thing here. They just make up some data on that. It makes no sense. I'm just saying that in terms of just creating business creates money for everyone in a sense.
correct.
That's
And
the
who's
top of the
buying
pyramid.
from these businesses?
You.
Everybody.
Everybody.
It's not just Maharashtra
You
specific.
also.
She, for
That's
example, is
debatable.
an exporter. So
I'm
you
not.
guys are not buying her
I would
products.
like to export myself out of this chair.
Now she's suddenly saying, no, I'm not Gujarati and I'm not successful.
100%
I'm struggling.
Gujarati.
Huh, what the hell's going on?
I am Gujarati and I live here because Shreyas allows
Allow
it,
people
and
to
I'm
allow.
grateful.
Fully allowed.
Shreyas,
I-
Shreyas for now, Abbas and I will come to power one day. Then you see.
And then I'll align
Not so
myself
liberal.
with you. Then I'll be like Parsis, Cyrus. I always knew y'all had it in you.
Abbas, say something, na Baba?
I consider myself as Maharashtrian only.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Marathi bolta hai?
Oh.
Oh, the easiest one.
You win. You
There's some hoes in this house,
But
bro.
to his
Yes,
credit,
convince
in the
me.
whole there was, it felt very organic. It felt
Right,
very
there
I
natural.
felt there was a W
There
before
was
it.
a salt of the soil in that hole.
You felt that?
On the thing of this, like, me Maharashtrian situation.
Me Maharashtrian.
That's
So you say me
I
Marathi.
sense some
This is
sarcasm
South
in
Bombay.
there.
This is South Bombay at its best. So you said
I'm-
me Maharashtrian is very odd.
No,
Me
but
Marathi, yes, but
no,
I'm sorry, what's so funny
me
about this?
Maharashtrian is a very Englishy word and me is very Marathi word, so that didn't work.
Why
for
is
me.
English the default language anyway? You
What's
know?
your problem, bro? Is it a sex thing?
No, he is gonna on August 15th. You're gonna put up the state flag, not even the Indian flag.
Samyukta
just like
Maharashtra movement was
flag.
not now. Or was it May? May 1st.
It's the movement is always on.
May 1st.
I just
Much-
want to say Rishi is also slowly feeling Jagrut in this room. So
Rishi, you
I
had
might be
99.
outnumbered
Next
soon.
thing
Rishi
you know,
had
only
no-
Shreyas'
Rishi-
mic is working.
Rishi had no
on
regional
WhatsApp.
feelings all his life.
Nah,
We've
until
caused him to
now,
become a riot.
yes.
Rishi mic band kar fatafat डालो कौन सा mic.
And
This
Rishi
is
put
not
the AC
right.
on me, na Baba. I'm not getting anything on, sweating everywhere. Look
Put
at
the AC on me, Marathi.
Temperature 30
Maharashtrian.
वर कर fan
This
एकदम
sounds like
zero.
This is like Kunal telling the cabbie Shivaji Park. I was like,
I
what?
think like we've covered like 7 topics in the last
Just
15
why do
minutes.
course we
the
have.
people of the own ethnicity betray themselves the most? Yeah. I mean,
Did he really say Shivaji Park?
because he forgets before he when he switches to Marathi, it's fine. When he doesn't, he's still in his English mode. So
You know what? We don't claim him as ours anymore. He's not Marathi.
Who?
which one? Be careful.
All the Marathi ones. I don't want to say which faction.
Who?
I don't want to say which faction.
Okay,
but he's out.
okay.
One time, somebody, and this is really goes to show how deep the cathedral South Bombay removal from reality is. Someone's last name was Podda, right? Podda. Kid in class read is, who is this Anirban Podder? Where did he- I'm like, this is why everyone
Speaking of
hates
famous
us. This is
Marwadis who
why.
contributed to the state and nation, by the way. Road is named after them, Podder Road.
But you know what? I think like
a
really
school also down the road.
going back to the statement, I think Instead of talking about Gujaratis and Marwadis, of course, who have done their thing, whatever, yeah, I guess that needs to be clapped for.
Oh,
but I think...
What angst?
No, but I...
You
but,
bloody restaurateur, you're a Marwadi yourself.
No.
You've got fucking 5 restaurants all
No,
over the
because
city.
see,
What is his point?
What I'm saying is that the people who need to be appreciated are people from Bihar. You know, people from, like people
Okay, now you
immigrants.
lost me.
No,
Wait. Sparsh is Bihari. It's a very important
Is
point.
he?
Abbas
Let him
is
speak.
done.
No.
You said the hinterlands, the central land of India, and he's like, I'm out.
No, but
I'm
his
not
point is
interested
well
in
made.
them.
The hardest working people apparently are the North Indians in that sense.
See, because
Who actually
like-
work
Oh, you're
hard.
talking about, actually not even North Indians, you're talking about migrant labor
migrant,
running
yeah.
all
But that's
cities across the
across the
country.
world, across the world.
And the world.
Locals are the
And world,
laziest, and the
exactly.
migrant works harder.
No, but I'm
Shreyas,
saying
you got a
Locals
point.
are the
migrant-
laziest.
One
These
second,
migrant
one second.
labor.
locals are the laziest of us.
Shreyas.
What? Cut kar, mic cut kar, banda.
One second. Shreyas had a point, and you wanted to say.
Yeah, okay. Abbas, look at it. What is the local?
We have to let him speak. He'll
I just-
He has to
Next thing
justify
you
the
know,
Bihari comment.
Next
Thank
thing you
you.
know,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
outside your
Your
house.
lease of living increases by 15 years. Okay, you have 15 more
Thank you
years.
so
and your
much.
family
You
can.
may speak.
It's. I think the
We
migrant.
leave on the weekend.
I think.
Start packing.
Now?
Let's think about it.
Are you
But
okay?
don't go out after 8 p.m. If you're non-Marathi. I think the migrant laborers who are here,
That's
they
because the signs are now in Devnagari. That's why he's
Cyrus.
South Bombay girl will get confused. Pedder rude.
see if you can't pronounce you are not allowed to go out.
Kunal.
Okay, you just need some practice. You're there.
Kunal,
You're there.
Ganesh,
You're there.
Kunal. I do all that. I just said 5 times.
If Kunal was one of ours, I would have absolutely destroyed you, but he's
but he's
not.
not,
We have
he's
disowned
But
him.
isn't he?
He's become more Parsi here.
Oh,
really.
that's how the
No,
Parsis get you, by the way. Slowly and steadily,
Ah.
they sink
Yeah, it's a
their
subtle
little
convert.
Claws in.
Irani
Yeah.
cafe
Once
claws
you
into
taste
you.
the sweet goodness of the food and Freni's hot torso, it's
With-
very difficult for you to go back
With
to
each egg,
Shalini.
you get one step closer to the Agyali.
Let me go back 5 minutes ago
Yes.
to
Yes.
migrant
Bihar.
laborers. I think
Bihar.
I think if there's any statement in which laborers,
Wait, I have to put the camera on Spanish as you speak. Continue. Shreyas, continue.
I think
Since he's from Bihar somewhere.
if a person in
Sexy
power
Bihari.
is making a statement about people who have contributed to the state, they should talk about people who are demonized, who face a lot of flack because of like they have come
You
from
want relevant
outside
music
their
in the
business.
background?
Absolutely, that would be that would
Get
be
on
nice.
Well, yeah,
Dina.
but these are all like really.
But one sec, Ayushi,
perfect
look at the camera.
situations
Look at the
that you're
camera. The
describing.
Bihari doesn't give a damn. Just for
He's in fact
look.
trying to alienate himself from Bihar
He's
right
like,
now.
what is this idiot talking
I'm
about?
from Mumbai.
One day if I find him in Delhi, he'll know what it's like.
Hey, I didn't know.
I
by
think
the way.
right now we're going in that territory of rich people sitting in towers making fun of the migrant laborer, which we shouldn't do because they are the ones who suffered the most during the COVID-19
Who has
pandemic.
made fun
But-
of
but maybe
migrant
we should-
labourers?
We're going in that direction, so let's
Maybe we
avoid
should pay
that.
everybody less. I feel we've become too kind as a country.
No, don't pay them less.
Whoever
They're
you're
already
paying, pay
making
them
the
less.
bare
But
minimum wage.
No,
So,
I
yeah.
believe there's just too much kindness and
That's
the
true.
human
I should
dignity is
be paid more
overrated and
for
we have to
this.
stop it. Yeah, exactly.
That's
Starts with
very
you.
true.
Is
The
It
you-
buck
does.
stops with you.
I am the
I'm
common
buck.
man after
Yeah.
all.
But do you think
You are.
kindness
But
is
more of the
a,
common than the man part. That whole thing is debatable.
you think like people being
One
kind
minute.
that's like a
One
toxic
minute,
trait?
one minute. This is a Naveen moment where Abbas is feeling the milk of human compassion. So I
No, I want to
Who
be
is saying
serious for a
kindness is a
second.
toxic trait? Not
Wait,
at
he wants
all.
to be serious for a second.
During the when the lockdown had
our,
just
our
been
reaction should be
implied,
infantile.
when the lockdown was just implied,
Yes.
a friend of mine was kicked out of the house she was living in because the landlord was refusing to decrease the rent. Okay, that same day when she moved out, she hired a couple of migrant laborers to help her to shift, and when it was time to pay them, she asked him, "Bhaiya, kitna hua?" This migrant laborer who's barely making any money said, "Didi, दीदी जो सिचुएशन है बहुत हार्ड है, आपको जो लगता है दे दीजिए." Right? So this poor person had more compassion towards this rich lady than the landlady did, who didn't want to even decrease the rent. Right? So that's all I want to say.
I just want to say,
No,
I'm not
of
happy with the
course.
generic belief that people have that all rich people are evil zamindars and all poor people are great suffering.
Of course not.
No,
Yes.
It doesn't really work that way. I think there are pricks
think, but-
everywhere.
but I think
and
that-
generally all human beings suck.
No.
And that we should just be kind to animals
No,
and
I
save the
think-
trees in RA. Right, Rishi?
Actually,
But I
yeah,
think the
because we
structure,
can-
being a zamindar, the
Hey,
structure
where's
is...
the Marathi accent gone, boss? You can't
It
keep
only
playing different
flares up
characters.
when he has
You
to
stay in
fight
one
for the
character, bro.
community.
You stay in one character. Yeah, people are getting confused here.
But as a zamindar himself, he's now feeling maligned.
He is
na,
such a
in
lying
this
Brahmin
situation.
bastard
Yeah.
because he is milk of human kindness, my ass.
And
He's
you know,
got a
I looked
silver
up
spoon
your
up his
rest-
anus from day one.
I looked
with
up your
17
restaurant
Yeah,
chain.
yes. Thank you, Ayushi.
It is a wildly successful
Huge.
for you
Come,
in
check it
your
out.
socialism.
The Manohar family from Nagpur
little.
They are all super educated, sophisticated people with lots of wealth and land. So let's not worry about them at all. Suddenly, son of the soil from what angle? Because here, he's struggling to make it as an English comedian. If you decide to go into a profession which sucks.
I know. To be honest, really the demon and scourge of society is comedians.
Yes, English comedians. Because
That is absolutely true. I don't think me or
As a
Shreyas
Marathi man, I
disagree with
agree.
that.
I
one
think they
could have
need
been
to
a
be
successful
stopped.
dentist. One is an entrepreneur extraordinary. Instead, these two guys are going and doing what is the open mic place called? Honey
Habitat.
Habitat.
Honey?
Where's the one which has 40 people? I find that like, how do you make money on the 40 people guy thing?
They charge really
Cyrus,
too much for the
how much
ticket.
can
And
they
then
He's
you have to
charging the
go there.
comedians to
Cyrus.
shoot the videos.
Yeah, that's true.
40 is a very good show. You're saying, what are you talking about? 40 is a
good show.
great day.
Fucking Cyrus
One second,
sold
one
out
second.
St. Andrews yesterday.
Abbas.
And he's coming like 40
Okay, we
people.
have to
Fuck
take a
off.
break.
Abbas, 1 second.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Parsi Sena membership. We reached 40 guys.
Honestly, we're gonna settle this as
By the way,
to
there
what
really
is a
is a
good
Parsi
crowd.
Sena.
But
Please check
there
it out.
is.
There is a Parsi Sena. It's an outfit. Yeah, for young Parsis to be
Who's
visited.
the-
Do you
who's
mean it's
leader?
an outfit like
Who
it's
knows?
it's like a
You think
set?
he's that popular? I mean, really struggling.
Is it the same guy who launched that campaign for like Parsis to have more babies and start dating?
Geo Parsi, no, that's the whole panchayat, bro.
All of them are into it.
Passed by the panchayat to propagate the species. The species
so
is
that's
dwindling.
not
You may
the
not have noticed.
but that's not the is this Parsi group
No. This is like a wing to
like the
political
RSS
consciousness,
situation, like
assertive.
that one.
Let's not get into a comparison, but yes,
Political-
you're somewhere on the right
Political
track.
consciousness, that's not allowed.
That's not allowed in Bombay, per se, but as
So
you
we
go
can
north,
take a
it
break
is.
and then we can discuss
Okay,
this.
we can
in
discuss
Well,
it
off
who's
back.
in charge of
Yeah.
the show?
Ayushi.
She
It
is.
says a break now.
Wow, but you've not even spoken about one thing. We've just
What's wrong with you?
Shakira.
We've
She
done
has
all the topics.
facilitated
Shakira.
We've
and
done all the
spoken-
topics.
Shakira, governor.
We didn't talk about Shakira. You don't set up what
migrant
happened to
laborer.
her.
Yeah, how much tax did she
After
like
break,
evade?
we'll come back.
According
After
to
break,
Rishi,
we'll come back.
$20 million evaded or something like that. 40 million? 14
14.
1-4. Oh.
14.
And
1-4.
That's
she-
not a
but-
lot.
No, but she is saying that she was not earning in Spain at the time of the tax period that they're talking about. She had international revenue. So why should she have to be held
No, but
responsible in
she
Spain?
declares the money where? After she makes it, where does she declare it?
She had declared it in that her Bahamas, she had taken it as international
how much
revenue
is
straight
this?
So
into
then
her.
technically they can't prosecute her.
That, by the way, she has doubled down on her innocence and said, "You take me to court." She's not even. She's denied it outright, these charges, and she's saying, "Let you go
So
to
where does
trial."
the 8-year jail sentence come from? Rishi is the person telling me the
That's
information.
what the
I don't
court
know.
is pursuing. They're saying that is what you will land up going if we go for the full like
Or if
criminalization
you can give the
of this.
magistrate 2 free tickets
But
for
then,
the next show.
but then our lawyers also said about him. They are still open to a
Negotiation.
a negotiation
Yeah,
or
yeah.
a what do you call
She
it?
has to perform
Why?
at his nephew's birthday party.
Yeah, that she'd
Alfonso,
rather-
Shakira.
She will go to prison instead.
That will be the
But
nephew's
I just don't
greatest.
understand, why doesn't the court just tell her that it's a hard time, you
I-
pay whatever you
Speaking of
want?
Maharashtrian-
Take a break.
Sorry,
Go
can
to the break.
I want to ask a favor. I may have another ice cream party to go to. Somebody's engagement. I have to attend it. Maharashtrian group. What do I do?
This is
Dress
the
up.
advice.
It'll be
No, I
vegetarian
think
item.
don't dress up, because I don't think like you go there and they'll be like buy anyway, right? So
You
like
think?
you're gonna be there for 5
Promise
minutes.
me.
It's
I
an
promise
ice
you.
cream
Thank
party.
you.
I promise.
You go
What's
have
an
ice cream and then you
party?
leave.
You don't listen to the podcast. You only listen to 1,000. The 999 we mentioned it 15 times. The
know, I
slander
only-
against Maharashtrian
I only
cuisine.
got-
Thanks to Shreyas.
I only
the
got
man who
onto the
sells
show
it.
this year, so I wasn't listening before.
So some people who demonize Maharashtrians
And those who
believe
missed out,
Cyrus.
कृपया ध्यान दीजिए.
Cyrus. Some anti-Marathi people
Go
like
back,
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
go back and see who's demonizing his own culture.
Yes, 100%.
100%.
Champagne socialist that he is. Come on now.
All
Champagne
the
socialist.
great
That's an
statesmen who have been
actual thing.
assassinated are assassinated by their own people in the end. If you look at Gandhi or the Israeli leaders or whoever.
Caesar,
it's
all of
Caesar,
them.
All from their own people. So all cultures are actually destroyed by their own.
True.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, ho. Bolna jaldi.
No, break.
Break.
Oh, oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello was very excited from
Yeah,
Amit.
that.
Hello.
Yeah.
Because one of the shows
And
is
who
1,000,
knows
so now it
excitement
happened.
better than Abbas? I mean, really.
Yeah. See, variation in my voice.
Yeah, you've woken up. I think when you came in, you were tired, but a little bit of talk about how the poor people you know are more compassionate than the rich people, and that just
Like
changed.
Lal
everything.
Salam.
Actually, say something. Fight for our people.
No,
no?
I can't. You can't say anything.
No.
When someone tells you that,
It's
like,
woke culture, I tell you, man.
exactly.
It's just black and white.
No, Cyrus,
All
I
poor
have
people are
ex- but I have
woke
experienced
culture in
not
favor you're of
people
the
like you.
underappreciated and the underwhelmed and the
Because
underrepresented.
to everyone, they are the underappreciated person in your. No, I'm saying.
No,
and
I
hear me out
totally-
with this.
we've discussed-
with your own parameters and what you relate to and what your reality is. There's always somebody who's above you and there's always somebody who's below you. It's just this thing
It's
of
all relative.
It's all
It's
relative.
Called a
It is-
threesome.
Yeah.
No,
Really?
but
So
Naveen
bad.
and you talking sex on this show is, I've given it up now completely. I
But
can't
you know
do
what?
it.
What's amazing I've noticed, and I have to give you, have gotten so much more comfortable with Naveen over like the span of like even
No,
me.
the
seeing
very
question
comfortable
should be
Naveen.
how much comfortable is Naveen with Cyrus?
No, he's very comfortable. But
That's
he
the
goes
question.
off. He reminds me of Aisha, except he's prettier. He goes off a lot. So I know which thing is going to trigger him off. And then he goes
Exactly.
off.
If he's getting more triggered, that
Then you
means he
can't
has
resist.
more to say.
Yeah, then it's
But
really wrong
he
to
also
poke the
winds him
bear.
up so much.
Shreyas,
Exactly,
why do you
yeah.
do that, huh? Where were we? You were talking, discuss. I just want to say, so just to support
second.
Abbas. No,
Yes,
You
please
said-
support me.
about the migrant thingy. We've discussed it to death, okay? And all of us are responsible, not just Bombay,
Of
all the
course,
big cities,
of course.
Nagpur included.
Yep.
All the people working for you
Point
were
set,
thrown out.
Shreyas.
Ayushi, the gates were shut and they were told to go. Okay, this is a known fact in Malabar Hill, Nepensi Road, where we come from, the worst offenders. They were just thrown out. Everybody said, okay, sorry, find your way. And they were little like headless chickens walking on the streets. It was a proper like a genocide situation. 40 crore migrant people is the vague data we have.
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
And it's vague because the
But-
data is vague
but-
once again from, there's no fucking
but we
statistics
opposed
on
it.
what actually.
Me and my wife opposed all this. Okay,
Of
but
course.
there was nobody joining us. They were fighting with us on WhatsApp. So I had a horrible time in the
No,
beginning.
we had a.
Really bad.
You shouldn't really.
No,
go.
I'm just
The
saying.
only reason you should go on WhatsApp is to change your DP to the
To the
Indian
flag.
flag and then exit.
Say Tiranga.
Tiranga, sorry.
If you say
Apologies.
Tiranga three
With the
times, he
Ashok Chakra.
appears.
Huh?
If you say Tiranga
Why
three
do you have to
times,
say
he
with
comes
the
up
Ashok
behind you.
Chakra?
Oh,
Now
really?
I'm confused.
Tiranga, Tiranga, Tiranga. Not here either.
Say Tiranga once and the reverb should happen. So now you say Tiranga.
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 say
Tiranga.
apla jhanda.
No, that
Tiranga
sounds
Hindi ka
wrong.
hai.
That's it.
This is why.
That's
this
another
is why
one.
Marathi is a very dangerous language. It doesn't sound correct, bro. You
Also-
can't say that. How can I say that?
By the way, someone, Cyrus from last night's show is here, who was at Andrew's, Rohan Budrani, says, I was at Cyrus's show last night in Bandra.
You
I,
had a
in
show?
fact, came on stage and did a good Shikhar Dhawan
Rohan, yeah, he was a
imitation.
guy in shorts. I remember him.
Yeah.
He was in shorts. Yeah, he did. I mean, he
Did
got the
you
easiest-
get him to tune into the podcast?
No,
Oh.
I never tell anyone.
One
I'm
second.
so
One
ashamed of the podcast.
second. This
As
is an
I'm ashamed of the
existing.
show.
This is an existing person.
Rohan,
so
are
this
you
is
a
not an-
long time listener
No, I
or
remember
a
when he came
recent
on-
convert? Please tell us.
No, I don't know. Bro, I never
he'll
tell
tell
anyone.
us.
One second.
I'm
You don't talk
ashamed.
about the show every day
Yeah,
that
I
you're
never.
not
About
here.
anything because in case people actually go and see it, then what face do I show after
But why?
that?
That's so mean, Cyrus. Like
She's
we tell.
hurt.
Don't you
we
feel a
tell
sense of
every-
shame after the show?
I always
All
feel that
all we
after
did is
the
say
show.
Tiranga
I
three
feel a bit
times.
dirty
That's
after
the
the
show.
show.
Like dating a really ugly man, when you
And
come
it's like,
home.
because literally you're like, a girl's got to
Cyrus,
eat.
this is the
So
difference
she
between-
goes on the
It's called
date.
Majburi. The rich are suffering. Show him what we're going
This
to
is
do.
the
Look at
difference
what I
between-
have to do. I have to come on this show.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, by the way,
difference
again-
between people who
again-
sell out Andrews
again,
and
this-
people who perform
the
to 40 people.
politicization. Let's understand the politicization.
We are not. This is not
No,
even
one
our
second,
show,
one
but we're
second.
like, listen to my
Listen.
podcast.
Dental-
It's hosted by Cyrus Brocha.
Abbas earns a dental clinic, all right?
I own a dental
He's
clinic.
from the same side as we are. It's not like he suffered really,
Of
okay?
course not.
Highly educated
Most-
background.
I
everything.
come from privilege.
If he wanted to, he could have been a dentist and he would. Clients are there forever. You know how
But
India is.
but Sai, this is like a terrible trait of the privileged. Is they're the ones who will never check how privileged they are and what they could be doing.
Fuck,
but on Twitter,
I fear
it's
the
like
comments on this video.
Don't get all socialist on me until you look at your own self.
100%.
Read the Bible. Words to that effect, yeah?
Those,
Page 17, chapter
there were
2.
like ladies who would be like crowdsourcing and crowdfunding for like getting money for donations so they could give it to like good causes and stuff like that during the
Right.
pandemic. And I knew for a fact that chick had sent her own house help and staff home, being like, I can't keep you in the house because when you come back from the
charity
village,
begins at home,
you'll
literally
get
that.
COVID. And I was like, this
Wow.
bitch, like, you're asking me for money.
I mean,
Why
that's-
can't you take care of the
Yeah.
people that
That's
live
the
in
spot
your
on-
house?
That's the best example you can give. It literally begins at home, and I want to help somebody who doesn't exist far
That's
away.
what people like
We
with
had
their drivers
this
and
big-
stuff.
We had guys
all
in the-
people that
we had
work for
groups,
you,
building-
people didn't take care of them, but everyone
see?
wanted to wax
Yeah.
and wane
Right.
about how migrant labor was.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a problem, but how did you not even take fucking
Yeah, it
responsibility
starts,
of the
right?
people
But,
underneath
the guy washes
you?
your car who you got rid of. I mean, it's
Yes.
ridiculous.
People didn't pay
Although My
salaries.
guy smells. Yeah, it's just wrong.
Well, you
But he
wash
makes
him.
your car
He
smells
washed the
good.
car. You wash him.
Do you know where he comes from in India?
Looks at Shreyas.
Your car is going to disappear tonight. It's gone. It is gone.
Number plate is in English, yaar. First mistake. But I'll tell you, nobody abuses Maharashtrians more than Kunal. You have to hear him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the fights we used to have with cabbies. He's a bloody Maharashtrian, doesn't want to work. You know, he says that. I'm like, what are you saying? So like I said, it's always your own people. Like
That
you
bring
said,
you
Caesar
down.
gets killed by Romans. It's like that. But what were we discussing? Again, we went
Nothing.
off-
You wanted to talk about Shakira. So here.
I tried.
But we've been talking about her for the last 20 minutes.
Well, we can have another topic,
let's
should
go
you
to
We were
wish?
something else.
discussing offline, Rishi and me, Messi,
Wait,
Nadal.
Another
Spain-
rich woman.
Spain, very dangerous
One
area
second,
with
but
tax. Huh?
another rich woman. We now have Asia as a new richest woman, and it is
Right.
actually Savitri Jindal.
Wow.
Yeah.
From the Jindal family, I presume.
Yeah. The chairman of the Jindal group. The
Chairwoman, I would say.
chairwoman.
Rather, Rashtrapati issue will come up again for nothing.
Chairperson.
Here's my thing.
Now,
What
chairperson can't say this is what I can't understand.
What
Why can't it be
happens to
chairwoman?
the-
Because you've had chairman all your life. You're selling out on women. It's chairwoman.
I sell out because I'm scared of the wokes, not even women. I just want to say the gender neutral thing now.
Or it's confusing. If I
chairperson-
say chairwoman, are you going to go hip hip hooray? Because chair?
Huh?
You don't want to chair?
Oh, cheer.
I don't know.
Is this a Cher and Sonny and Cher
Marathi बोलता है?
joke?
मराठी
Not this
तू
is
मराठी
so
नहीं बोल
bad.
रहा तू क्या बोलता है माहित नहीं वाला
You know, clip this out of the
Rishi got it. Rishi, please explain it to us.
Ah, come on, chair.
But Savitri
but don't,
Jindal is
like-
the new richest woman in Asia.
How do you know this? You made this up.
Why
Yeah.
do the nepotism gang not have a problem with this? The wealth just being passed on to the
She actually
offsprings?
got it. No, she didn't get it from offspring. She got it through marriage. She married.
Hey, so tomorrow you have kids. You don't want them to inherit
No,
your wealth.
get it. I'm saying this
Her
whole
husband passed
thing.
away in
Oh, you're saying why
2005.
doesn't
and
come
so
under the
she-
scanner of nepotism?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Businesses
This is the real
don't.
Democrat.
Only Bollywood gets called out for this. Businesses don't
Is your
get
dad
called out.
listening? He's trying to send a point here.
100%
Now
is
we have to live off the
listening.
podcast.
But she didn't become the richest woman in Asia.
Nay.
Uh,
You
God,
didn't, you
you
didn't
know-
read the beginning?
Definitely.
Gujaratis and Marwaris built the city. Aren't you paying attention?
We're building it together. The
Ayushi,
city
if you
is-
do become
They
the
did.
richest woman in Asia, would you still do Cyrus says?
But she's not doing this for money,
You know
Abbas. Where's your
what?
maths here?
I would, because that would be my charitable act.
Exactly. Thank you, Ayushi. So sweet. So sweet. Give me some galis in Marathi. Kutai chapilu.
But the only reason she also became the richest woman in Asia is because the actual richest woman in Asia lost half her wealth overnight.
What?
This Chinese lady of the I don't remember any
I
of the
once had a
names.
fight with a guy, remember, and I said, "Ay, Zarya," or something. He corrected it.
But how did the Chinese woman...
It killed the moment, man.
As-
Ay, Zarya! Ay, Zarya! Ah! It's like...
There's another show happening here, but
Yeah,
Feral
two shows
Mind,
in one.
and the tension goes away completely, right?
That's what I'm saying. You got to learn your galis.
I learned all my galis.
Gali moment.
Cyrus, since you called me out for cricket, I learned all my Marathi galis from Nayan
I'm gonna kill
Mongia,
someone.
from the
Yeah,
stump
but
mind.
you-
want to go,
Actually going to kill someone.
half.
Please stop. Wait, hold on. No, let's go back. You
Limited
went to
vocabulary.
cricket. You went to
Nayan
cricket.
Mongia,
I didn't
Punjabi
go to
who
cricket
speaks
on
Gujarati
TV.
from Ahmedabad.
Nayan
to
Mongia, the
Gujarat,
wicketkeeper,
Baroda.
Yeah.
would abuse in Marathi and the stump mic
And
would
that's
catch
what
it.
you took away from cricket was the abuses and
Yeah.
It's the most beautiful part of the game.
Yes.
I love that, man.
And I picked up all the English galis from Pakistani wicketkeepers. Oh, fuck
Exactly.
yaar. Oh, man, fuck yaar. Oh, dheere se banchod. Oh, fuck yaar. Oh, fuck seat, man. Arey, kahan se aa gaya? The way they shout at third man into the stump mic. Third man is right there.
That used to be really
I love-
funny. That used to be very funny. It's not so much anymore. You don't hear it so
Moin
much.
Khan,
anymore.
Valbol Saki.
Moin Khan,
Valbol
correct.
Saki. Oh, Valbol Saki. I think even his wide, he's just saying it by rote after them. Valbol Saki. He goes home.
And
His wife
Moin.
says, mutton stew aapke liye. Valbol Saki.
Straight not our side, but our side.
Suhag Rat. He's having a good time. Valbol Saki.
I will just connect
But
my charger to the laptop. Please excuse me.
Stop the sexual shit, all right? Stop it.
But
I'm just
There's
gonna
a young lady
insert.
in the house. By young, of course, I have no idea. Except that I used to
told
be
you
drinking in the
1,000
bar and you
times
were
I'm
outside as a
30.
kid.
No, I'm 30.
What kind of woman tells their real age?
Why?
Google her right now,
What
guys.
is wrong? Why should you be ashamed or embarrassed of your age? Your age is your age. That's how long
Tell her
you've
to
been
wait
here.
till-
I think if you're above
Tell her-
25, you should
yeah,
be ashamed.
Tell her to wait till
Is
she's
the general.
Tell her to wait till she's 50. It's very difficult for women to.
Can we have the comment
No,
off the
but
screen, please?
how-
I'm getting hidden.
Okay, but Feral
You're getting
Mind was
hidden?
right
Yes.
about that.
What an
comment.
ego.
It's gone now.
You think you're here for your visual appeal?
Yes.
Jesus Christ! What the hell?
Anyway, the only the second
My
up of his
question: how did the Chinese woman lose half her wealth
because
overnight?
she was, the real
You're
estate
asking.
crisis.
You think our
Yeah.
government is bad? What are you
Country
talking
garden
about?
holdings. So real estate in China is one of the largest privately owned real estate companies, this Country Garden Holding.
Okay.
And as you know, right now there is a massive real estate crisis going on in China,
did
which
not
is
know that.
okay. So it's caused first of all a huge amount of loss of wealth. The banking community has gone into crisis. They've shut down banks. There's a
feel bad
credit
for her
crisis.
now,
No, there's
even
a
though she was
credit
the
crisis.
richest woman.
Not
That's
even
why they want to
them.
take over Taiwan.
People in China can't
don't
even
have
go
enough
to the
land for the
bank to
buildings
get
right
money
now.
out.
So they
You
want
can't
to-
Because
go
there's no money.
because banks are
You should
like
get a Chinese sponsor.
curtailing credit and outside.
We have a Chinese producer.
Oh, yeah.
It's a whole situation.
No, Chinese.
But she was the
There he is.
richest woman
We
in
don't.
Asia.
We don't have a Chinese producer. He's not from
No, he
Arunachal
is.
Pradesh.
He is.
Arey yaar.
Oh.
I didn't say that. Don't come after me. Please. This is on IVM.
Really, it's one thing to make fun of Maharashtrian accents.
What happened to you after the
idea.
break? Before break, you were someone else
We
completely.
missed you when you were dead in coma. You were so nice.
No, Amit
Just a
awoke
sex-
him.
Yeah,
Amit was like,
sex
hello,
appeal.
hello.
Well, hello really should be cancelled.
But now I feel bad for that Chinese woman.
But
man.
don't feel so bad for her because she also got
Maybe
the
she's
company
fine,
because of
man.
nepotism.
She's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
What about the two girls who talk about you all the time on the chat? You don't mention them and you go straight
No,
to the
they're-
chat.
They're not the richest
Now they're
woman
in my.
Asia.
Now they're in my DMs, not on the chat anymore.
Oh, move to
Yeah.
private.
That made me feel very much gross.
Why?
Just the way you said it.
now I'm
That
taking new
means-
applications.
So you
Please
were-
apply in the chat.
Oh my
No, this is not a place
You
where
were
you
like 10, 12.
crowdsource your
Why
love
not?
life.
So when we would go to the bar drinking and stuff, you're like a 12-year-old outside. I'm just thinking.
I sometimes
years
used
ago.
to look into the Birmingham bar like that, and then I went away.
And you saw a lot of.
We didn't see you so much.
Oh,
no.
thank God. Oh, well, it's okay. All right.
Sometimes in the day, but never in the bar time.
Must have thought I was staff.
No, you were always playing. Like you used to play rugby,
I
right?
used to play only one thing, and I can't mention it on the show.
Okay.
Did you ever play with Rahul Bose? Rugby?
In fact, I worked out at 1:30 in the afternoon yesterday because I went to Andrews later. So I was in the gym with the AC on working out. He was running in the sun outside.
Damn.
And I asked
And yesterday
him,
was hot.
it was hot.
It was
I mean,
so
it makes
hot
no
yesterday.
It was running round after round. I was like, it's some sort of penance, I think. Only he and Milind Soman only run and work out at 1 in the afternoon. And they don't care.
And they don't even wear
They're
shoes.
like Superman. Yeah.
Millions just said barefoot
Can I
wilding
tell Rahul's other
away.
stories? He doesn't have a fan or AC. He cannot bear fan or AC. You can't room with that guy.
No, what do you mean fan or AC?
You can't put the fan on.
There's no air.
He doesn't want it. He just likes it still and hot and whatever. So we
That's
can't be lovers.
really
ever. It's just not
upsetting.
possible.
That's
Oh,
upsetting.
God. I mean, living in India in our tropical climate.
What does he
and-
say? Why? Is it like a way of feeling the natural whatever? What's
I don't like it. I just want it. It's not for me. You know, that's it.
That's the most inaccurate yet funny.
Rahul Bose
yeah,
and
Rahul Bose's
Rahul Bose.
impersonation.
When we used to drink with Rahul, Rahul gets more animated when he gets drunk. His eyes become really big, which I can't do. And it has to,
Bigger than they are.
yeah, they scare you. They pop out literally like that, you know. Yeah. But he's great fun. He's really fun. He's
You
very
should
good.
have him for one of the.
I
We had
think
him
he's
once, but
been on
he's
the
a
show,
great
yeah.
mimic. He's really funny.
Yeah?
Like all these guys
Definitely
who make
better than
Shan-
your mimicry of him.
Yeah. No, I'm okay. I've got my own spin.
You do a
that's
a
funny.
very good Kunal.
No, Kunal I can't bear.
But you do a good one.
I do a decent Kunal, yeah.
Yeah.
But Kunal is more the mannerisms and the lack of a full sentence. He doesn't like talking, actually. He's always like, what? Shreyas. Who's Shreyas? They're acting about... Oh, his great new thing is acting like he doesn't know.
He's always so soft spoken.
searches
I
for
don't
the
know
person.
why you do this.
Abbas. Who's Abbas? You repeat the name 5
His
times.
mental
Because I'm so great. How do I know everyone? Sorry about it, yaar. Can't remember you. Rishi, I only met you 12 times. How will I remember you? It's damn tough. It does that whole act. Yeah.
But we should take some questions now.
No.
Shavik Bagchi, important question. Was Rahul Bose running naked like Milind Soman?
Wait, 1 second. No,
That was
stop.
only
I don't want to
in
hear
Goa
that.
on a
Wait,
beach,
Milind
yeah.
runs naked?
Once.
Yeah.
We discussed
He
it,
did a
Ayushi.
form-
No.
form-
That
form
was that
mirror.
one thing.
That
I'm
one
saying
thing,
now.
that's it.
He doesn't do it again?
Well, not in Shivaji Park, because if you...
Shivaji?
Your
Shivji.
typical...
Now,
Your
Ranveer-
typical Maharashtrian Shivaji Park won't put up with that kind of shit, yeah.
नहीं बिल्कुल नहीं
Ranveer Singh
नहीं
is the
चलना
new-
नहीं चलना
Bilkul nahi is
naked.
not correct.
बिल्कुल नहीं चलना
This Nagpur Hindification is happening. He's all confused. Center state
But
in the center of the country.
why are you all against naked men? I want to know. This Ranveer,
I'm not
Milind,
against
all
naked
of
Now
them.
you sound like
Why
Naveen
not?
female version. No, sex all the time. Our shows are very
Absolutely
intellectual.
not.
We don't
I'm
mention...
talking about the freedom of
Yeah,
expression.
let's talk about
Show.
sex, baby.
You! That's it. Everybody's lost interest in sex. Thanks, Abbas. You solved the
I
population
have
You
no
problem.
guys-
problem with naked men.
He has solved the population
So
problem.
now we put Naveen and Ayushi together for a separate show, I think.
No, please no. Please no.
Both of you like naked men.
I'm not
Naveen
talking
and
about...
Ayushi should recreate that Milind Soman and Madhu Sapre thing with a
Yes,
snake
with a
around
snake,
and
yeah.
the shoes. That's it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
They
That
wrap the
controversial.
python around them, the tough
Please
sand
Google
back in the day.
Madhu
What?
Sapre
No,
Milind
I know
Soman.
exactly
Yeah.
what you're talking about. My what was not like, what are you talking about? My what was like, what the fuck?
Why not?
Now, who would be the snake? Because you can't take a real snake.
That's
so
Can we take a
Shreyas-
chill pill
Shreyas,
before
is it
directing her
possible?
into a photo shoot? I think let's.
Would you be
No,
the
I mean-
snake? Is it okay? Or in Gujarati,
He's
as
of
we say,
Maharashtrian
would you be
origin,
a
the
snake? Yes or no?
I will be only if the snake is
For
speaking in
Gujarati,
Marathi.
Shreyas is already a snake.
Oh,
Now
that
you won't
was
throw
good.
them out of the state.
So, what are we doing?
We're taking some questions now.
But our topic's
No.
done.
Yeah, there weren't
We
so
didn't do
many.
any topics here.
Wait,
Your heart started
we-
bleeding
we-
for humanity
covered
and
all
the
of
show's
them.
been down in
Wait,
the ever
we'll
since.
do one more quick topic. You
Please,
know
you're
why?
the boss, right?
I'm not.
No,
I'm
but
just, this is
Cool.
just-
I
But you
allow
can
this.
hold that. 2 a.m. is.
I'm
But
allowing
thank you, I
this.
You
remember
said
it.
non-Maharashtrians can't leave the house after
There are
8
like
a.m. Now you
11
decided you're a
questions. Let's
Democrat.
do
I don't
them.
know what's going on with this show.
But if you have one topic that you would really like to cover, you may.
I would like. I
You
think-
may.
Yeah.
Bloody Gujarati is telling you what to do. This is governance all over again. Maharashtrian is being told what to
Ma'am,
do.
can I go to toilet? You can,
No.
but you may.
You know why we are so environmentally fucked today, right? We were all looking for like a reason, one reason why. We know why it is. Taylor Swift. It's Taylor Swift.
Oh, what did you
Segway?
do?
Segway King?
Oh,
is
right,
back.
a private
Segway
jet.
King is back, guys. Segway King is back.
I will say that was not on the list of pre-approved topics.
That's
Wow.
that's not.
How
yeah.
competitive, Ayushi?
That's fine.
So
Like,
South
I-
Bombay
Yes,
of you.
Sparsh's expression right now is like, why the fuck are you even telling me? I gave up a long time
That's
ago.
not
Sparsh's
fair.
expression is like Shakira's lawyer. It's like, really? Kya karne ka abhi?
Or Taylor Swift's pilot.
Wait, before that, what's your full name again? Let me check it on the pre-approved list of people who are allowed to live in the state. I'll just see if that's
It's
there.
Amin, actually.
And
so
Amin is a minority sounding
Yeah, that's a
surname.
very
So
ambiguous.
I think you'll be...
It's
I
there,
use
you're
it to
allowed.
my I use it to my advantage. Like when
Yeah,
I need
she
to feel like
switches.
really
When
upset
she
on
needs to
someone's
have
behalf,
biryani,
I'm like,
she
my
uses
name is
Amin.
Amin.
That's great. Yeah.
Then when I'm like Gujarati, I'm like, yeah, we are.
But
Okay,
Taylor,
saru
but
hai.
Taylor Swift, do you think she deserves any hate?
Tell
I
him
mean,
what he did.
You didn't let Ayushi even
Tell
finish
what
her line
hurt.
of
No,
what she
no,
did.
it's
What she's
fine.
trying to say.
It's totally fine. I defer to the resident.
The greater man, yeah, okay.
Greater man.
Greater man.
But Taylor
who's sitting
Swift-
cross-legged. I don't know, how do I get this on? Yeah, there you go. He's sitting like a yogi.
Like a
Padmasana.
true localite.
Wow.
No, he
careful.
just made himself
Cyrus-
comfortable.
Abbas,
That's
we,
all.
we may have to work in one of his
As a fat
restaurants.
person,
That's
I
our
can't do
future.
that. So otherwise I would have also sat like
I'm saying
this.
that's the end of your show. It's the best act of all. Ladies and gentlemen, now I will cross my legs. The last 5 minutes is just people helping you. We'll go mad here. That's fantastic. Think about it, bro. I get away with this.
I'll tell you a joke off air to
Why?
just put this in context.
No,
but
please,
never
please.
mind.
Is it
Cyrus-
dirty?
Can't
Is
say it on
dirty?
air.
No, no,
Huh?
no.
What is the reason we can't say? Why? What is
Yeah.
it
It's political in nature.
But is it
And this
involving
episode
religions?
hasn't, and this
Huh?
episode
Involving
has not been
religions?
Yes.
political.
Oh, damn. The best jokes involve religions. And we can't say them on air.
Okay, if all of you tune off and just leave the
No,
show,
no,
then we can
230
hear
people,
the-
please don't leave.
So let's
But-
decide who. Make the list.
I'll make a list. I'll make a list.
But
Right?
you know
All
what?
of them.
Shreyas is right about the Taylor Swift thing. There's a lot of things about celebrities getting hate for the way that they behave, like without any sort of like
Cyrus
impunity.
know what
with
she did.
impunity.
Like
No.
Ranveer Singh.
So
Yes,
she has a
right.
private jet. This new thing has come up in America and is
Carbon
trending.
footprint.
Is
Yeah.
all of these celebrities who have private jets, they'll end up using them for very short distances, like 6-minute flights, 15-minute flights,
Correct.
to run up like one thing up and down. And it's a massive amount because even these
But there's a
15-minute
reason.
flights, it's like 15 tons of carbon dioxide that is
may
put
I
into
take
the
her side for a
thing.
second? Why is she doing it? Because business class sucks at the moment. Okay? All the business class lounges suck.
I really
It's just
always
almost
love
like-
your ability to make
Because,
this about
you know, at Bangalore
privilege.
airport, trying to get into the business class lounge, there were more people outside there than in the line to get into the plane. I was like, what's going on here? You feel like you're in a market. It's freaking business class. And they're all standing there and they refuse. The thing is, once you pay for business class, you refuse to not go to the lounge, even if it's 5 minutes, because you feel really bad. I paid 40 times more than I should have. So now I have to go and sit in the lounge for 5 minutes. Everyone was standing
So
there.
you hear it, you heard
That's
it
the
here,
hottest
folks.
Taylor
on
Swift.
this issue by
You
far.
heard it here.
Taylor
Fuck
Swift.
the environment. The business class lounge is where it's at. Everybody needs to get a private jet. Like now.
Somebody's
Cyrus
got to
did-
understand where
It's a
Taylor's coming
fresh
from.
take. That's
I
a
mean,
very fresh take.
I mean this with the most utmost respect, but
Thank
in your heyday, did MTV like give you a private jet or?
Can I tell you what MTV's deal was?
What?
And Alex Kudo gave us our boss at that time gave us this whole lecture about how we're all the same.
Alex
we have to
Guruvilla
fly.
used to be the MTV head.
At some point. So a whole lecture in the morning, we have this town hall thingy where he said that all of us are going to travel the economy. Please, no VJs try to go business and all that. This is the deal now. Everyone, we are traveling. We're going only 5-hour plus flights, which is Singapore basically. You get, which we don't go to generally. That you are entitled to business class. So everywhere, all the Indians are looking at each other, thinking, who the hell goes there except the head HODs, 3-4 of them, and all great. So then I got an event where the corporate sends you business class. So I'm sitting in the plane going to Delhi. Who comes and sits next to me? Alex Kuruvilla. but sir, you said that you guys don't travel. So he said, they upgraded me. What? Why? That doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's corporate speak. Lovely guy again, but that just sets it up.
Now he runs Condé Nast, so
Yeah, for a long time. The last
For a really
4-5
long time,
years,
yeah.
There are women who serve you drinks and all scantily clad, apparently. This is not good. Not in our...
Which airline?
What airline is this?
It's called Condé Nast office in Nariman Point.
Ballad Estate.
Ballad Estate. Yeah.
All right, we do have some questions to take though.
So it doesn't take
By
off.
the way, when you said Alex Kuruvilla, I was like that fast bowler, and then it took that's Abby Kuruvilla. Yeah.
He was actually quick for the first couple of years. By the time they gave him a cap, West Indies too, I think 97, he was already like medium pace.
Yeah.
You got to give a guy a chance when he's good. Like Shreyas now is hot.
I
Put him
know.
on
He's a
stage.
snake.
Let him fire. 10 years from now, I mean, he's a washed up right
No, 10 years from now, he'll be the Louis C.K. By which I mean he's not
Masturbating.
joking.
That's what you're going to be cancelled in 10 years.
No, so he masturbates and he puts his legs together. That's their act.
Can we
People
move to the
going
AMAs? I think
You should take
there are
this.
so many questions.
nuts. Maybe he masturbates to him putting his legs together.
Tarun, gosh,
Maybe
cut
that's the
this.
whole thing.
Somebody cut Cyrus's mic.
Right, okay.
No.
Follow me at Instagram and Twitter on Bored Brocha. I'm so bored, I need your help. I need your love. I need your touch. Okay, just follow me. AMA.
Tarun Kaushik says, but this is a silly question, Tarun, I'm so sorry. If you were to give up one thing, the gym or the podcast, which would you give up? You'd give up the
Podcast.
podcast. Of course you'd give up.
1,000 episodes.
If you give me
Cyrus.
parking in South Bombay, I'll give you the
You give up
podcast.
the
I don't know, there's so many things I'll take. If you give me back sugar so I can eat.
You know, the
drink
thing is,
He doesn't like the show as much as you
know-
guys like him on the show.
Ayushi, you don't even know. If I see an ice cream, I feel depressed now. Because I really...
Look at what
ice cream
you've
is one thing I
done
like to
there.
have when I see it.
The diabetes-free
Yeah.
ice cream, like, can you do any of
So when you
that?
go out and everybody else has fucking ice cream. I mean, that's so mean. You talk about
That's
the
quite
migrant
mean.
issue. What about this?
You have been
Maybe
marginalized
not.
here. It's
in 1,000 episodes, Cyrus has spoken enough words that our editors can stitch something together and make it look like he's speaking. So you can give up the
Thanks,
podcast.
sweetie.
All right.
Like you said, it's the same 4 notes. Doesn't really matter. Ding dong, ding dong.
Now
Shakira bolo.
No.
She looks a bit like Shakira, no?
That's a huge compliment, first of all. And I don't
But I've always...
yeah, because
No.
she looks like she evades taxes. That's why.
I do like that look for me.
Now, if you tell a
good
woman...
look.
You know what? It's a rich person look.
If you
Yeah.
tell a woman
I
to
want
her
that.
face that you
We
think she's
wouldn't know
pretty-
anything about. Oh, Shreyas
If you-
would
if you
know.
say-
He
I
would.
wouldn't know. Yeah.
All his
Ayushi.
restaurants.
Yeah.
If you tell a woman you think she's pretty to her face, does that mean you're flirting or crossing a line?
I don't think you're crossing a line if you're telling someone.
She's hinting. Guys, say something nice.
No,
Oh
okay.
my
Wait.
God.
Before I get in
Come on.
trouble for
Pretty
this.
boy Floyd, come on, say
I
something.
think it depends on the situation in which you're saying it to someone.
Correct.
Giving a harmless compliment is
Not a
is
big
fine.
What?
That's
Give me an
fine.
example.
How would you know?
I like your dress.
All of his are
I like
harmful.
your dress. What are you?
Yeah, I like what you're wearing.
Cross-dresser?
I
What
like
does that
your
mean?
nail paint.
I like your nail paint.
Yeah.
What? I'm not saying I've been with many girls, but that's not a line that was ever in my head.
It's a compliment.
By the way,
Rishi,
now
have you
it
said-
is.
oh, Sponge,
Wait, it
Sponge,
shows an attention
back
to
in Delhi,
detail.
do you tell
What?
girls I like your nail paint?
But why you should
There you
try
go.
it? Why you should try it is because it kind of shows a little bit of attention to detail. Like
Yeah.
you kind of took the time to notice that I have
Why?
done
Because she
something
put
that
her
makes an
finger up,
effort.
But only if it's a person that
And
you
she
know
saw you.
already.
Listen,
I
okay.
like your nail paint.
People keep girl stops me, not stops me, but
Girls,
See,
we
stop
saw
it. You arrogant bastard.
Girls,
know what I'm
girls are
getting?
stopping
Fucking-
Abbas in the street to tell him this.
I mean, what is
What
your
I'm
Elvis
getting-
now? You're freaking Elvis. Back in Betty Nagpada, women going mad. Abbas aa gaya, man. No! Nobody's buying this story.
girls tell me I like your t-shirt. It's fine. It's a compliment.
yeah, of course.
Yeah. It doesn't mean she's
But
coming
they
on to me or
stopped
I'm
her.
coming on to her.
But
I think it's a stretch to call that a compliment.
What is it? You give me a compliment right now. No, he did. He said I was funny. He was earlier in the show.
I'm just thinking if I was, let's say my name is Rubaina, I see this guy
Yeah.
say, I like your t-shirt, but please keep it on.
Rubaina. Rubaina, that's a good
exactly
name.
a compliment,
What does
right?
Rubaina mean?
I don't know. Where do you get that name
I
from?
said it in Nagpada, so I'm good with my ethnicities there. I know where I am. I always know where I am.
Abbas is flirting with the woman is same as his crowd work. He's just like, what
Yeah,
does your
actually.
name mean? What do you do?
What?
My crowd work when I host a show.
When he's
Okay.
hosting,
Yeah.
talking to an audience,
Yeah.
it's the same way he talks to a girl also. Like, there's no difference between. Did you pay for the ticket? Have you paid this?
No, apparently that's not a good question to ask anymore.
Why?
I'll tell you later.
It's banned at a certain
Yes.
venue. We can't, yeah.
Why is it banned?
Because different people have paid different prices. So
What?
the owner does not want it to come out that he's
Not an
charging.
egalitarian setup where you can just go and buy your ticket.
Yeah,
It's all
yeah,
different
yeah,
things.
yeah.
That
And then
deals
they
being
get
done.
get upset because then a lot of topics for y'all is just the privilege and the
No.
ticket prices are only
Not in our
subsidized.
hand. We are there to
Uncool
perform.
business practices of the entrepreneur running that place. That's
Okay,
what he's
Wait,
saying.
Sparsh and what's his name? Rishi are
What's his name?
Laugh-
What's his friggin' name?
I'm laughing at some
He's gone there at
comment.
5 in the morning.
Let's
Where's the book?
Abbas, great
Saurabh
hairstyle. Ah, thanks,
Parry.
man.
I mean, you heard that to death, so that's not going to bother you.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like calling a fat guy fat or something. After sometimes it's stupid because the guy is so used to it, right?
wait. Can I? Sorry. Finish.
Bol.
Are you going to read out a compliment?
I was going to say, should we
Absolutely
do a
not.
question?
Ayushi is in charge.
No,
Okay,
no.
can I get 40 seconds for a segue?
A tight
he tells all the
37.
he tells all the women the same thing.
Okay, fine. Go for it. 40 seconds.
Okay, let me just quickly read the. Do not ask me questions about where this comedy club is, what it's called. I won't answer that.
Bastard. If you don't come back later and say you don't have a gig. Okay, you're screwing his career also. What do you think about it?
I'll
the
just-
podcast is all you got then.
I'll just tell you the rules of this comedy club that we won't name. Okay, these are rules before you going up on stage.
Is it Cuckoo Club?
No, it's not a club in Bombay actually. So
Lies.
I'll go. No cross branding of any other venue on stage, or will be asked to leave the venue ASAP and banned until further notice. So you can't wear a different club's t-shirt.
So at
there.
Habitat, you
That's all.
can't wear Kaku Club.
Correct.
Cuckoo Club.
Kaku Club.
Kaku club you can't wear anywhere. I think that's banned everywhere. No clothing or any other brand. No questioning of audiences directly or indirectly as to whether they paid for a ticket or someone found them on the road or were picked up from the road. These are actual rules.
Comedy scene is booming.
If you messed up your set and announced the show is going bad, will be removed right away from stage and host will call upon the next one. No questions asked.
You
But if
can't
it's-
even be self-deprecating to the
Of
point
course.
where I'm not doing well, so now...
So some comedians, when a joke bombs, like, kya fuck call crowd hai yaar. You can't do that. You can't blame the crowd for your
sometimes-
jokes.
But something that's funny.
Huh? It is,
it's
but not
allowed.
here.
It's not allowed.
It depends on the reaction of the crowd, yeah. Some they might find it
When
funny.
too
Of
bad,
course.
go to another comedy club then.
But some crowds like it when you make fun of them
Of
a little
course,
bit.
these rules
yeah.
are insane.
So,
These rules are
so what I'm
insane.
saying, what you're saying is actually that your sector is also rather unfairly regulated.
Our sector,
This
I've never been, I've never
industry,
heard anybody
baby,
address it like
industry.
that.
Sorry.
This one place that is outside the
Is it the
outside
Cuckoo,
Bombay.
Outside the
AKA
Maharashtra
No, it's
boundaries.
not that. It's in Pune somewhere, I think, outside.
So it's your
Why
Maharashtrian
can't you just tell us the name? What is all this acting about
I don't
geography?
know. He
wants
read
me
the
to go on
rules,
a
ask
train with a
him.
scooter and a
Because he
torch,
doesn't want to
trying
not
find
be able to
comedy club.
perform there.
Yeah,
na?
exactly.
He has a show
You're
there tomorrow.
bigger than the club. You're Shreyas.
That day I can tell them to fuck off, I will. I'm saying it on this, but
Now you're worried about
Now I'm
the
worried.
Yeah, really.
Let's
Just
do
run the
a couple
state
of more
quietly.
questions.
Stop
Yeah,
doing the
let's
comedy.
do some questions. I lost
Or is it the
them
same
all.
thing?
yeah.
Okay, fine. Vinit
Your battery is
K
running low.
asks, with the new
You
Sena
want
rule in
Sparsh?
Maharashtra that claims to be the original, do you think that beating up of North Indian... Oh, I didn't even read the end of this question. I shouldn't have asked it.
With the new Sena rule in Maharashtra that claims to be OG, do you think that beating up of North Indians will be back?
What?
Shreyas,
this
I think you're the only one
question?
qualified
Okay,
to answer this.
let me tell you, BJP is largely a North Indian party to a great extent. At the moment,
Yeah.
they run the Shiv Sena, whether you like it or not. So I don't
Yeah.
think that's really going to happen. If you're talking about the Uddhav Thackeray faction, I think this for them to now suddenly go back to the old ways will make no sense. Honestly, because it'll be very confusing. It's like chasing your own tail.
All right.
So I don't see that happening either. What they need is more support from allies or from the BJP itself. If you want to bring down the BJP, you have to splinter the BJP or they're going to win. That's the way it stands.
But
right
no, I'm just in shock that no one has been able to even understand this. Like, why do you all keep splintering in the opposition?
Exactly.
Make a fucking cohesive opposition, na?
Absolutely. Cohesive opposition also helps if you try and bring down the big guy.
Exactly.
The big guy has to...
I don't
mean,
think anyone has ever... Why is this that common people in the row can understand? If you want to take down the BJP,
Can I tell you,
you need to have a worthy
something no one's
competitor.
talking about?
Why is that not?
One sec,
and
one
why
sec.
is that
Let's not
also
talk
once the Cyrus-
strategies to bring down the
One
government
sec.
No.
on this podcast.
What no one talks about
I'm
right
saying,
now,
why is that-
right in the beginning when they won, with Fadnavis in charge, when they won, they said no to Uddhav having the chair, etc., and that's why they broke up. They said no
Exactly.
way, that there was no conversation with Amit Shah, nothing, it was all lies, whatever. And now they've allowed for Eknath Shinde to come, become the chief minister just to get back to power.
And I think if you actually want to beat someone, then play the fucking game and be good at it. Then don't cry because somebody played it better than you.
I agree with you. At the end of the day, you got to win. What else can
I
we
don't
say from
understand why,
outside?
and also explain
You
something
can't
to me.
suddenly talk about virtue as a politician. Who cares?
That is what my problem. actually tell me this. What is so wrong with saying that if you want to beat someone else, you sometimes have to do the things to actually get there? Why is it that we're so caught up in these things of the means to the end, and you all have forgotten? But the end is to bring down this government, na?
I'll
It's to
explain
have
that.
a
Easier
worthy
said than done.
opposition.
Machiavellian tactics are fine. The end
अच्छा
justifies the
कळलं.
means.
अच्छा.
And if you accept that,
माकियावेली
हा, माकियावेली.
अरे आपलाच आहे तो इकडलाच आहे.
पुण्याच्या
अरे पुण्यामध्ये सदाशिव
बारच्या.
पेठमध्ये राहतो माकियावेली माहिती आहे आपल्याला.
Anyway, this
Can I
escaped
give a
us.
serious response to this, or will it be too okay? Cool.
Okay,
let's
okay,
go.
yeah. Come on.
No, it's okay. It'll just.
It's just that when you set it up like that, because the thing is, we suddenly go serious
No,
for 2
the-
minutes,
the-
and then
Yeah, we
I lose it.
suddenly
very
have-
fast.
The reason is for the right wing parties to align together. It's easier because they have a singular ideology which goes
there's
against
no singular
Hindu
ideology.
domination
Ideology
and
in
oppressing
politics
a
is
particular community.
No, forget all that.
The opposition parties have varied
Wrong thinking.
idea and
wrong thinking.
ideologies.
Think on a human level, what does everybody want? Power. That's all they
Yes.
want. They'll
And this-
sell everything. They'll change their
Exactly.
religion. They'll change
Agreed,
their caste. They'll change their
agreed.
name.
Agreed,
If you see
but-
them standing out Shinde's house right now, all of them power doing because they want the great man to now consider them in their plans. Everyone's in it for themselves. Once we realize that,
They are.
everyone can be
But
bought or sold.
A
That's
group
the point.
of themselves again becomes infighting. Here it's a very clear reason
What
that
you
we have
to
one man
understand,
in power.
the
We all bow to
BJP is
him.
more shrewd when it comes to manipulating and moving the pieces on the chessboard than these
Yes.
guys are. And I'm sorry
Yes.
to say, Congress has been the biggest letdown.
They have.
just
They
haven't
are-
been
they
able
are
to
pa-
fight
one second,
back.
They are partially the reason why we have this.
Because they do
have-
not have a face. They do not have a leader.
They don't have anything. They don't even have a
Exactly.
party
They
anymore.
didn't
You don't have.
reinvent
You don't have
themselves to get people involved and become more robust, which they haven't done.
I think you need to be the new face of Congress.
I don't mind.
Abbas,
Yes.
Zindabad.
I like
Abbas,
that.
Zindabad.
I like that
Abbas,
for you.
Zindabad.
I would be down.
Abbas, time pe aana. Abbas, time pe aana. We'll
Hey,
start with that.
politicians turn up at rallies like 2 hours late. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
true.
this
I
is
am-
really not a rally.
the difference is you're paying the person to come and attend the rally.
That's
if you know
true.
your
Yeah.
politics,
Yeah,
here
yeah.
people are actually tuning in early morning, and they're all asking the same question: where is Abbas? It's very sad.
Are
Very
they?
sad.
Oh.
Yeah, especially when Shreyas came on.
So, are you guys football fans? There was a football
Oh.
question.
What?
With
About
the
the
Premier League season around the
Community Shield
corner,
thing.
is Cyrus excited
Liverpool.
for
Huh.
it? And is he prepared for finally being allowed
Well,
to
my son
sleep
is-
in his son? Sleep in, as his son won't keep him up for the late night matches because he'll be in Canada.
Not yet.
This is
The
from current
community
Candle.
shield
He'll be in
is
Candle.
starting, and I was told yesterday or day before, whenever it was, to move because could be a Panvati for the team, so
Oh.
I'm not allowed in the
But
same
it's
room.
really nice that you oblige your son in his these.
Mixed genetics, we can't tell what kind of kid that is, so we have to be careful.
Oh, you
What
don't
do mean?
know?
It's like when you breed the dog and the wolf, you're not sure what it's going to be, right? No?
Right.
Like you Manohar is 50,000 years of the same people coming out. Still different. No, but I just indulge him. What can I do? I used to be the same when the West Indies were playing. I used to go mad. I used to cry. I can't tell you. When Richest got out, I cried every time. I cried tears, and I cried when I had my first girlfriend. Can you imagine? I mean, she was with me in the room, and I could match on mute. And we were like necking and all that. And then he
Oh
got
my
out.
God.
And I
What did she
nearly
want?
strangled her. And she was like, first she thought, what
You
passion? And
nearly
then
strangled-
I nearly strangled her. And I just
On the
lost my
show,
mind.
right?
Then I started banging my head
Okay,
and all.
first
Oh,
of all,
man, I hope
It was the wrong couple
comment,
days.
I so hope
subscribe.
Richard is watching this. Somebody please show this to me,
by
Richard.
Sunny and I of Vishwanath, and I remember, and it was apparently there was no science or technology. Couldn't see the third umpire thingy and all. I'm pretty sure it just swung. It didn't touch the bat.
Oh, so then
Cyrus,
you were
I
upset
think-
for that.
I
also.
think I know the
Subcontinental
answer.
umpires, if Kapil or Sunny appeal, they would just immediately go like, क्योंकि मेरे को नौकरी की सवाल है, I have to come back and do umpiring.
Cyrus, I think I know the answer, but was there another date with this girl?
No, there was.
Oh, there was. Wow.
I could have. When I was young, I was very charming. Yeah.
I could
See,
tell.
I say nice things to girls. I watch your
What do you think
No,
has
no, I can
changed?
tell.
What,
You're a
what,
beast.
what have you lost that you had in your childhood?
Actually, the thing is, Cyrus has not
Childhood.
changed. The times have
Sexual power.
changed around.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that can be fixed.
Not that there was much. Abbas is that could be fixed like he's
Yeah.
a 30-year-old.
There are all sorts of pills and potions nowadays.
go.
Wow,
Yeah.
thanks, guys. I'm taking care of business here, bro.
Okay, by the way,
Sponge
like,
wants to shut the
comment,
show, huh?
subscribe, the stream. Then on
Like, share,
Discord.
subscribe, and leave a review if you're listening to this on
Yeah, then
audio.
on Discord
And if
also
you're an
there are
Abbas
some
fan,
people
come
over
on.
Yes,
there.
please
Come
join
in.
the Discord link. Fuck, I
But
forgot
as
to
Abbas
plug that.
fans, you can come in at 10:15 to be safe.
Yeah, because
Yes.
he's
Come
not
in
gonna
whenever,
be
I
here.
don't care.
He's not. Don't say that
Wow.
to your
I'm
fans.
talking about the fans.
Why are you acting like that?
Don't say that to
You
the
just said
fans.
people listen and all that and whatever.
When we
About-
started, we had like 147 people.
And now
Now
it's
we
gone
have
to your head.
235. So
And now
everybody's
it's-
coming late.
And now it's
You're
gone to
saying,
your
so
head.
your point is you're doing the right thing.
Yes.
We are wasting time coming
Yes.
early.
Okay, do either of you have any shows that you would like to plug? Any gigs or anything that you have
I
going
don't.
on that you
I'm
want
going
to
to go
plug?
for my.
Oh.
Yeah, I also have to go, but I'm
no,
just
no.
saying. Is
On
this
Wednesday at
Wednesday,
midnight,
yeah.
I'm doing a online show, which is the Thirst Trap show, which is a sex
it's
comedy
actually
show
Thursday then.
that me and Kajol
that's
Srinivasan used to
misinformation.
do.
It's Thursday or
so
Wednesday?
follow Kajol and me on
Oh,
Instagram
no.
at
Is
Abbas
it Tuesday night at 12 or Wednesday
no,
night
it's
at 12?
Wednesday midnight.
So Thursday morning.
Wednesday midnight.
No, but is it Thursday? Is it Thursday
The
midnight?
day changes at 12
You want to act tough with the
midnight
people
1
listening?
second.
Because they'll come at the
I'm
wrong
saying
day.
we will start at 12 Wednesday midnight.
So it's Tuesday night at 12.
Wednesday midnight. Follow
Wednesday
me
night at
to
12
get the
is
link.
No,
Thursday.
Wednesday night at 11:59. Everyone, you should
Yes,
be there.
Ayushi.
Okay?
Thank God for education. Now I understand what you're saying.
You're all
11:59, yes.
idiots.
That's Wednesday. Because 12 is fucking Thursday.
Kajol Srinivasan
Bye.
will also be on the lineup.
Bye.
So will mostly
But
Aditya
Cyrus,
Mittal
are you
also.
doing something?
Wednesday morning.
2nd August.
What's it?
He
Cyrus
sells
is
out
plugging.
Andrews. He doesn't need
No,
a fucking...
Wednesday morning I'm trying to go for 380-pound bench. Okay, even with a bad shoulder.
So
I'll
everyone
take
has
my-
to
So you
come to
won't come
Bombay
to
Gym to
the
watch you?
That's my thing for the
studio.
week. That's all I'm focusing on.
Wait, Wednesday,
Guys,
are you coming to the studio?
I'll come with one arm. There's pain in my
Wait,
neck.
how
there,
many...
so
That's the most weight you have ever done?
No, I've done a 392, but I was that's 4 or 5 years, 2017.
Oh, wow.
But I don't know if
392
I was
kilograms.
so close to 400 pounds, you know.
Pounds.
Then we are not impressed.
Kilograms, come on, nobody does that. The world record is like 800 odd.
Are you close to the world? If
No.
you, for the next 20
You can-
years.
but-
if-
By the way,
I'm,
Rishi,
I'm
you can
the
cut the
English speaking
show.
comedian
It doesn't
record. Yes,
matter.
I'm that guy. Yeah.
So
for the next 20 years, if the
just
only
say
thing
bye.
you do...
Just say bye
What-
after the
no,
show.
no,
then.
why are we ending? I have nothing to do today. Tomorrow's packed.
Tomorrow you're
Yeah,
busy.
lots of
Your
stuff.
omelette
We
has
got
come.
Can we take
Sure.
one question?
Yeah,
Aditya
sure.
SK
Take
has
Yeah.
asked a good question.
Yeah.
He says, I recently revisited your interview alongside AIB regarding censorship. Were you actually angry in that? If yes, are there any instances where you
Who
genuinely
did an interview?
were angry? Was it Cyrus? I don't think
I don't
Cyrus has
think
done an
this is
AIB
Cyrus.
interview.
I can't remember. I don't think so.
I
but
think
don't know.
you probably did like a cameo.
No, we may have done an interview about censorship somewhere. I can't remember.
Okay,
But the
Suppose-
second part of the
Shakya-
question, have you ever been genuinely angry at screen about
On
something
screen,
you saw?
yeah.
on screen.
Yes.
Not at screen.
Like you
on
saw
screen.
something on screen, you're like, fuck, you can't show this.
My wedding. It's a horrible feeling. I couldn't believe it. There's so many pretty girls there. I'm saying, why am I getting married?
If you had...
Worst thing ever. You know,
if-
never call pretty women to your wedding. It's a stupid thing.
Had
to
your
do.
wife-
I know.
Had
yeah.
It's like, you know.
Before the
just don't
Saat
do that.
Feras, had you ever been
Only
like,
call men
listen...
to your wedding.
They don't
No, I
have
don't think there
fairas.
were
Okay,
fairas.
I'm sorry.
Not everybody does
okay,
fairas,
all
Shreyas.
right,
It's a
all right,
multicultural
all right. Okay.
There were fairies though.
Okay. Had your wife before solidifying it, did your wife... Had your wife asked you...
What is this sexual? Your
It's a
palm reading
puja,
is going out of
it's-
control here.
Did you solidify your marriage
But why do
yet?
people always ask who they think perceive as comedians? I'm a scientist.
Yeah.
That are you ever angry and all? Like, what kind of question is that? You think Groucho Marx never lost his temper? And all? I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Cyrus
No, but
starts
I think-
every
I think-
episode with a rant.
But I think I think
Exactly.
this question is more like, were you genuinely
Is it
peeved,
manufactured
or is it
anger?
manufactured anger, or is it like you actually feel?
Can I flip the question? Does that view change once you have children? That, oh, this is too obscene. Because the idea
no,
of
no,
obscenity...
God, no. My poor daughter is the one who stops us abusing all the time. Because she's listened to it from the age of 3, for example.
Well, yeah, she's scarred. Don't talk
She's-
about her.
It was like a reverse effect which worked for us in the sense that she's like, will you stop abusing? It's horrible and don't do that. And
But fair enough, she's the outlier. Most parents, because you
you know,
hold
your
back
father's
so
a drunk,
much.
you don't drink. It's like that.
I still drink.
Like your father's a drunk?
No, they all like that. Everyone in my household likes that liquor.
Well played, huh? Delectable leg glance from the wrists of Ranjit Singh ji. Wow.
Okay, I want to quickly say 2nd August, 8 p.m. at a venue called
Tomorrow.
Funkar.
Tomorrow, by
yeah,
the way.
tomorrow.
Oh, Funkar,
Tomorrow,
nice
8 p.m. I'm on a lineup. There's also Kautuk Srivastav, who...
Why are you promoting others?
He's on the lineup. I have
He's
to
also
sell-
been on the shows
No,
twice.
but we want the people listening want to see you. They don't want to see who
Okay,
the others are.
correct. Then I'll be the closing
any
act.
other
So
cock and
8
bull?
PM.
Any other cock and bull people?
No, don't
Nope.
get fuck that.
Nope.
It's not about them. This is
Nope.
your time.
Yeah,
My
what-
time.
You don't know how to do
Tomorrow,
PR.
tomorrow,
Who's hosting?
8 p.m. That doesn't matter. Just come. Just come. I'm there.
How much are the tickets per person?
Tickets
different
are probably 150, 200, but honestly, if you come there,
You get free popcorn?
It's free. It's on me. Just come.
Wow.
I'll just put
What
you
a
as
host.
my-
You're
So now
really a
you're
host.
Just message me.
For him, hosting is actually paying for the tickets. Wow, that's great stuff.
Oh wow, this has been a
Ayushi
great
wins your
show.
performance.
This is it. I'm here. Once a week you'll find me here.
All right.
This
Then
is-
make your millions on the
This
building
is
opposite.
bonded labor.
By the way, people were talking about your office a lot, is what I heard after in that 1,000.
Yeah, that
episode.
picture of the frame that we
Oh,
got of your
yeah.
office space.
You know, it was a joke because you keep making fun of my dad. And also, I asked him, I said, can I use your cabin for 1 minute to...
Oh.
It was to... Just like
She's
that.
This
got an
sounds like-
excuse.
no,
Only
this sounds
dad
like
has that
a- yeah, yeah.
posh looking office. We are all downstairs with a chai wala.
That's true.
And
I
then-
sit outside. Like,
Yeah,
in that-
right,
we don't have
right,
cubicles. It's just,
right.
it's open
You've convinced
plan.
me. You're suffering and your press life.
Yeah, but
Terrible.
everyone was like, Ayushi, do you dress so formally at work? You don't dress like that at the studio. I was like, that was one day I had
What
work.
are you wearing?
I'm wearing a normal shirt and pants. But
Okay, I'm not
The
objectifying
camera
you.
is placed on your crotch, Cyrus. Please
Oh,
get
is
it
it?
off.
No, the
Yes.
camera's on
Is it
your
a harmonium?
And with that,
I hate
we've
this
come to
sound.
the end of another episode.
Kishori. Okay, catch us on any of the podcasting apps, please. We beg you, we need you. Send us your questions on Twitter on Cyrus Says In, or you can email us, even if you're not female, on whatcyrussays@gmail.com.